Hey guys, this is Miss Juicy Review, and I'm here with my brother, the most talented, funny, intelligent man I know. Well, other men I know, but Richard Lomax.
Thank you. Thank you. That was so sweet.
you know you you fave. You know you fave.
Thank
I'll be
you.
having all my faves.
Thank you.
Yes. I don't know where everybody went. They was just here. What happened? All right. Well, we just gonna get right into it. Uh so my the topic for today is let's address the issue.
Mhm.
Now, when I say let's address the issue pretty much is there have been a narrative on YouTube and other social media where it seemed like there's a lot of friction amongst black heterosexual women and the black homosexual male or man.
Mhm.
And so we just want to have like a open conversation about, our views, our opinions, some views of others, and we just gonna just dive deep and try to come to like a medium where we could try to have some type of understanding
Mhm.
more so than anything. Where we could, because our main focus right now is our lives mattering.
Right.
But if the family is fighting, we're not gonna get to where we need to be.
I agree.
So
Hey.
that's my that's pretty much where we at. Cause like y'all already know, chat. Y'all already know we family over here. This is the Juice family. Okay, we got hot shot. This is the Juice family. Let's welcome my other brother, my Faith, as well.
Hey,
Hi,
Hasha.
guys.
Yeah, what's going on, bro and sis? What's poppin'?
Late at
Hey,
late.
so we just want to have like a open dialogue, a conversation where we could just dive in and just talk about, you know, how we feel.
All
And
right.
we right now we need each other. I am my brother's keeper, just like
Mhm.
That's right.
their sister keeper. So we need to have it where we under one accord. We're not warring with each other. We're not fighting. We're trying to get something together. And if this conversation opens up a bigger conversation, I'm here for that. So
Ow.
we gonna do that.
Bro,
Oh, we got Bree Love in here. Hey Bree. Hey to the chat. Sending love, sending love, sending
what's
love.
good, chat?
I guess I don't know
um,
where to start. Do you feel like we should start in the homes of Black people as to why um, things are always an issue when someone in the family is gay? Just like there's an issue when somebody in the family is pregnant and not married.
hmm. Well, I'm a okay. We could start there.
Whatever you want to start, I'm open. If you had another idea, I didn't know.
No, that's a great opening. Um, but you just like when your son is gay. No, just like your son or your daughter is gay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now, the load that you get because I'm a mom.
Hmm.
So someone had asked that before. How would you feel? No, this is what they asked me. How would you feel if what would you pick? Your son being gay or your daughter being a hoe?
Mm.
And I was like, neither. And I'll explain why.
Hmm.
Why do I have to pick which one? Right? And most people say, "Oh, I'd rather have a hoe as a daughter." Why is that? That's not something you want to pick, but if that's her lifestyle, that's her lifestyle. The same goes for your son. That's not something a person will be like, okay, I want to pick, and but that's his lifestyle. What all you are supposed to do as a parent is raise your kids the best to your ability, to raise them to be uh an individual who is a great individual. You know, not, oh, he's gay so he's not great, or she's a hoe, she's not great. That's not that's not what I need to be worrying about. I need to make sure that they're responsible, as in being a responsible adult, and they being responsible as far as this their love life, yes. But if that's what they choose to do, that's what they choose to do. I can't. God damn it! Sorry, y'all. Oh hell no!
Ring the alarm, baby.
That's not mine. That's my kids. Scared the shit out of me, y'all. I'm so sorry, but that's what you will want for your children. You'll want your child to be a great person, not about, oh, what their sexual preference is. Because I have a daughter that's 17. She soon probably will be having intercourse. My only job is to make sure that she's responsible. She knows what she needs to be doing. She needs to make sure that her health is in order. But other than that, as a parent, you can't stop your kids from doing anything
Right.
they want to do. So that's my opinion on that. But honestly,
There's so many different issues that come up when parents, black parents, because I'm black, so I can't really talk about what I can, but we focusing on us right now, black, Hispanic, all of that, like minorities. In our culture, when situations happen like that, the parents usually are the first ones to make that child feel very uncomfortable, which is why they haven't even said anything in the first place. I want us to get to a point where there should never be a conversation with parents and children about sexuality or sexual orientation, because that should be something that should be talked about prior um, to even conceiving. When my sister gave birth to my nephew, I had to sit down with her. And this is, how old is my nephew? Gave me 11 years ago. I had to sit down with her and her baby daddy just to get an understanding of what we're not going to do versus what we've been accustomed to doing in case something like this would have come up. Because I didn't want her to be in a situation. I don't know I know my sister, but you never know when it comes to your child, things trigger you differently. I never wanted her to be in a situation, or the person that she's dealing with to be in a situation where she's defending the child and he's avoiding the situation about the child being gay or male or female. Because a lot of times men have this way of doing things to where it's very like detrimental to the child's upbringing. Especially if somebody comes out of the closet at an early age, or even they don't come out the closet and you start noticing things that are a little different, like, boys playing with dolls, or, stepping in mommy's shoes. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to grow up to be homosexuals. They're just literally feeling things out. So people will say, boys don't wear dresses, or boys shouldn't play with dolls, or boys shouldn't play in mommy's shoes. That has nothing to do with sexual orientation. It has nothing to do with the development of a young man. When black men particularly will say, I don't want my son playing with dolls. Why? Because he's not going to be gay when he gets older. Okay.
But G.I. Joes are dolls too.
Yeah, but they're more masculine dolls, so it's more accepted. I don't personally think that it's okay to tell your as a man to tell your son that he can't play in mommy's shoes, no matter how uncomfortable or how programmed you are mentally to think that. Because I played with G.I. Joes, I played with Barbie dolls, I played with all of them. I really didn't play in my mother's shoes like that. But I know men that have, and they don't like men. It's just basically something that children are just experiencing, expressing themselves, and just playing around. All it is playing. I don't think it doesn't have anything to do with child development at all.
that also too, um when you at a certain age, when you're an adolescent, you're not necessarily knowing that you like boys or girls.
Right.
You more so is playing. You have a when you're a
That's a
child,
discovery phase.
Mm-hmm.
you have imagination. So you're learning stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you become a teenager, you are filling stuff out. You're learning yourself. You're filling yourself out. You don't know who you are really. So you're going to go through different stages. So you can't really say, "Oh, well, he's going to be a man's man or she's going to be a girl's girl." No, that's not how it works. And
Mm-hmm.
also too, a lot of young boys, they if there's not a man in the house,
Mm-hmm.
they tend to pick up the next adult. Like for instance, Kanye West used to say that a lot of people thought he was highly feminine because of
I heard that.
his certain how his mannerism was. But if
Mm-hmm.
you are
Situation.
in a single parent home
Mm-hmm.
with a mother, you tend to pick up the adult that's in the home.
Yeah.
So, and Kanye West, I can't say he's not gay because I have heard some stuff, but
Allegedly,
to
allegedly.
society terms, he's not gay. Let's say that.
But what did he say? He said he was. Did he say he was?
He didn't say he was, but you know the you know you hear stuff.
Did
You
he
hear
say he
stuff.
wasn't?
I have heard stuff for a long time. They even made um a little show about it on but if he say he not, he not. So we gonna leave it like that.
Yeah.
But
So it's Kanye with the punane?
what?
Wait, what you say?
I said, so it's Kanye with the punane.
Ah.
No. Listen, I want to touch on what Rich said, man. Listen, as straight dudes play a big role in this shit, right? And I take accountability for that. Not that I've done these kind of things, but I've seen it happen over and over. Where you got kids in the household growing up with a homophobic parent. I mean, and you have the dads where they like, yo, like he said, don't be playing with them fucking dolls, yo man. I come play some sports or come watch the game with me. Like they try to force certain things upon the kids, and that's all part of the discovery phase where the kids is trying to just figure out what the fuck they like as a kid, and I don't mean what they like as an adult because everything changes later on in life. You feel me? But there are certain parents that try to instill these morals, these certain agendas, or these certain they try to live by a certain code. They want the kid to be what they want the kid to be, not what the kid wants to be. It's kind of like when you tell your son, yo, I want you to be a basketball player, or you tell your daughter, I want you to be a model, but that's not what the kid want to be. You feel me? Like that's what that's the parent's dream. They trying to make them follow. So it kind of it's kind of the same way when it comes to the I feel like the gay lifestyle when they trying to put a whole bunch of masculine thoughts in the kid or a whole bunch of feminine thoughts in the girls. When they see the girls a little bit too manly or whatever, they try to make them play with more dolls or try to get into more girly stuff, or they rather have them put makeup on than do the manly stuff. So when it comes to shit like that, I feel like, yeah, the parents play a big role in how their kids turn out to be. And if the kids feel rejected by the parents and they don't feel no kind of assurance, on whatever it is that they want to do with their life, they're going to rebel against the parent. Oh, yeah, you want me to be that? Well, I'm going to be the total opposite. You feel me? Like, and it becomes a rebellion.
When that happens, I feel like you have failed as a parent.
Yeah, you have.
Because if your child can't come to you about absolutely anything in this world, regardless of how you take it with you, and I feel like that's a conversation between you and your husband, between you and the father's child prior to birth. And I feel like that's also a conversation that you two have behind closed doors when this child comes to you and says, mom, I'm confused, or mom, I don't know, or dad, I don't know, or dad, I do know, and I like this and I like that. That's nothing for anybody to to make that child feel less than. Well, maybe we should take you to a few more basketball games. Like that's going, yeah, Dad, I'll go. Because they try to do that shit to me. Take me to motherfucking basketball. I don't want no motherfucking I'll go because I want to be around you. And it was my uncle. I'll go because I want to be around you, but I have no interest. I even dribble like a bitch. I have no interest. I smell like a bitch. My shit is my little hand. There's nothing that you can do but be there behind that child throughout this crazy, something that shouldn't even be crazy that they're about to experience. And that's kind of what I want people to really take from the whole experience. That shouldn't even be a conversation, because at the end of the day, Hotshot and Juicy, y'all didn't have conversations with your parents about what it is to be straight. And you know what I'm saying? Why should I have the conversation with my parents about what it is to be gay?
Yeah, I feel.
Yeah, and cause I'm gonna keep it a stack. I went through a phase where I was already talking to boys and dating boys and stuff like that, but I went through a phase in my late teens where I was late teens, early 20s, where I was like, maybe I need to talk to a female, cause but I wasn't sure if I wanted to be like a butch queen or a femme. And I went through that for like a few months or so, and I also too, one of my sisters, she was experimenting as well, so it was kind of like maybe it was a peer thing, because we're around the same age, we always together. She liking something I'm with all the time, so I'm like, hey, maybe I need to see if I like this too. So
I'm glad you brought that up, because there's a double standard too when it comes to male and female. Like it's okay for a female to experiment and go through that phase in life and see what it is she like, or just be bisexual and then fuck with women and men. For men, that shit is a trend. It's the style. It's the fly shit to do. You know what I'm saying? It's what's popping. Is what we all want. Like, oh yeah, you got a friend that's down for the cause. Let's go, all three of us. You know what I'm saying? Like for females, it's cool, but for a dude to do that shit, you automatically a faggot. Excuse the word. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, what the fuck you mean you trying to experiment, or you like both? You bugging the fuck out. Like you can't be a man and try to, go down that route in the hood without getting judged or bashed or discriminated on. And for females, more stylish. It's a pretty thing to do. You feel me? It's the fly shit to do. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
What's so crazy? My best friend, he dated girls. Girls used to like go crazy over him, but I knew in my heart to heart that that's not what he liked, because you could tell. You could tell with certain people, but with my best friend, I could tell. And I knew, but I was waiting for him to figure it out. So, but a lot of my other male friends and stuff, they never called him gay or you faggot, and they never said none of that stuff to him. They always treated him like him. That's it. And they always show him love. Because we all knew that that's what my friend, like, from when we was kids, you could tell that he wasn't like how the other boys was, but nobody picked on him. Nobody made him feel bad. And when he came out, it was just like, regular degular. He's still the homie. Like, that's the same thing with me. My guy friends, they never treated me any different. They looked at me as a sister. And, only time they probably get after me is when they see I'm talking to a guy that they don't like, and they feel like, oh, nah, don't fuck with that nigga. Stuff like that. But that's how we was raised. That's how we grew up. So when I see people tend to be kind of like, it's like it's kind of like, why are you acting like that towards that person? What did the person do something to you? Did it hurt your family? Did they steal money from you? It's just like, why? Like, why go the extra mile? Because it's like you're being homophobic. You're being homophobic, and
I grew up in a real homophobic times. Like my era was real homophobic, and
Whatever.
Yeah,
80s,
because
80s slash 90s.
80. So okay, so you in your 30s?
Yeah,
Okay, me too. Okay, so we're in
we
the
all we
we're in
all
the
we
same
used to
era.
be all 80s babies, if I'm not mistaken.
you feel me? I
I'm
think
We
so.
all
Yeah. So
80s babies, so we all know. We even had the saying, what's that? No homo. I
yeah, no
still hear
homo, no
people
homo.
say that
Chill.
to this day. No homo. You know, but the thing is, everybody, especially if you go, you was in the church. If you was
Uh,
raised in the church,
oh, the church will chew you up too.
yeah. But that's where most of the gay men are.
You
And
start
the
walking,
gay
you start
women.
walking in. Pastor start making a sermon about you. You gay,
No,
you see that
listen,
shit.
let me tell
Soon
y'all.
as you walk in, oh, you know, God don't like this in the church. You
But
thinking,
okay, this is the crazy thing about it. This is the crazy thing about it. When you're in the church, right? Is not the choir director, is he not gay? Is not the guy who's playing on the drums, is he not gay? There's a lot of men and women in the church that is gay.
You skipped the pastor.
Baby, babe, woo, woo, my grandmother gonna call me in the night and cuss me out. Cause
You
to
skipped
this
the
till
pastor,
right
the
now,
deacon, the
I be
usher.
telling her that her pastor is, how you doing, right?
Right.
And she be like, no, he not, he married. What that mean?
See what I'm saying?
Just like you could say, oh, somebody is a hoe. No, they not, they married. What that mean?
yo, I knew
And
a dude that came out in the I think it was the Maury show. And this dude was one of the homies in the hood. This motherfucker came out in the Maury show with his girl and his side chick was a transsexual. And nobody ever expected or suspected that shit. And then he came back to the hood, he got kicked out the hood. But it was fucked up. It was like, yo, let him I was telling niggas like, yo, let him be him. If that's what he choose, you know what I'm saying? That's on him. But the hood wasn't having it. I mean, they pretty
The
much ran him
hood,
out.
the hood. That's why I like the hood for certain aspects, but the hood is very like detrimental to my upbringing. Like
mhm.
it helped kind of get me a little tougher when it came to certain things. But it wasn't the tough that I wanted to be. I didn't want to be out here fighting fucking people. I had other shit to do.
Well,
But
yeah, you from the Bronx, you know. You know, bro.
yes, like I would be walking from the train station, group of dudes, fucking faggot, and you just not gonna disrespect me like that. So now we fighting. And I would fight everywhere I go. I would fucking fight. I so sick of fucking. I was so sick of fighting. I didn't know what to do. I would fight,
Mm.
fight. And the funny thing is, it would be dudes, and at times it would be girls. It would be the biggest broad, the the big, the hugest girls, and I'm like 5'5.5", and this bitch like 5'9". Oh, like heavy set. It would be the biggest girls trying to beat on me. I'm like, are you dead ass serious right now? I just didn't understand why I bother you. Like, what is it about me that bothers you? I don't know you. I've never seen you in life. I'm literally walking from the train station to home, male or female. I'm not even paying attention to y'all, and y'all are fucking with me. I never understood that, and I still don't. Today, now, I feel a little bit better because the era we grew up in and the eras before that was not having it. But now, as things change and people are kind of not as religious because they're finding out some of the things that just don't make sense about religion and the Bible and all those things. They're literally kind of stepping back from it, becoming more spiritual, and they're letting go of the shackles of religion, not only for themselves because they realize that when you talk bad about me, right, based on something that you read or been told, that really doesn't make any sense. But you're kind of holding me accountable for being gay, right? And then you are over there doing everything that the book also says is not tolerable or you can't, do things like that. What makes you different from me? Oh well, that's they like to paint that as one of the biggest sins, and I think that that's a reason why a lot of heterosexual females and gay men go at it, and I think that's a lot of the reason why heterosexual men and gay men go at it. It's more so of a I'm doing all these things. I ain't gay though. That's the ultimate sin right there. You like I could fuck 8 or 9 bitches. I could have a 9 to 17 fucking babies, not take care of none of them motherfucking kids.
Yeah, Rich, get that ass, Rich.
I could do nothing for my parents. I could do absolutely nothing in life to better myself. But bitch, I ain't gay, so I'm better than you.
And that's so like that, and that's so crazy. Like, do you hear how that sounds? Oh, I'm doing all you do. So you mean to tell me that one sin is greater than the other?
I don't believe in sin.
I don't believe that either.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, you gonna be on the same boat that you gonna be on the same bus to hell, probably sitting next to me or in the front.
Feel me?
So, like, ain't no sin greater than the other. There's no sin greater than the other. And the thing is, people have to understand everyone carries some type of sin. Everyone is striving to be better and to be able to be looked as okay as an individual, because you have a lot of people who try to hide who they are to appease everyone.
Right.
And I don't believe in sin. I don't believe in sins. I don't believe in heaven. I don't believe in hell.
Nah, Rich.
Yeah, I don't believe in any of that.
I'm a hood motherfucker and I believe in that.
Yeah, it doesn't. You have to end. I don't even want to bring this into religion because we're supposed to talk about.
Yeah, this is a whole nother show though, but this is an interesting one too.
But even though it might be a whole nother topic, this is partially.
It correlates.
This is partially what started it.
Yeah.
Like, me and Rich was having a conversation behind the scenes, and like I said, as far as with the church, we were beating. They beat us for a religion. They beat us and drilled in our heads about religion.
Well, see, I don't believe in religion either. I'm spiritual.
Yeah, that's exactly the same here. But also, the same people that beat us for religion was the same people that raped us. The same people that stole us.
To rape you, used a religion to use you, guide you, strip you of everything that you are. They use religion to do that because religion in itself is a system. Fuck them. Religion in itself is
a system. It is.
And when it kind of has you at the root of it, it controls you. So they were only doing what it is. They the one that made that shit up.
Yeah.
My brother Rich, I want to see you in heaven, bro. You better start believing like ASAP.
You would have to go and come back and show me that it's real, and even then, I still won't.
Bro, you know what though? It's funny because I was always like from a child, not because my mom is a believer, but I was always a believer because I just felt like, I try to make sense of certain shit in life. Like, yo, how is it that this happens? How is it that this was created? How is it? So I always believed in a higher power. And as I went through life, I started asking God for answers, and I lived a very hood life. I did the whole hustling. I did the whole, drug dealing shit and all that shit. I lived a very hood life. So as a kid, I was never malicious. I was never out there trying to purposely harm people. But I did, I grew up around the gang members, the Bloods, the Crips, the Land Kings. We did all the gang shit and all the fucking regular hood shit that you do in the hood. But I always believed, and in the back of my head, I always had a self-conscious. And everything I did do, even the fuck-ups, I was always aware of a higher power being and watching my every move. Like, yo, wait a minute, nobody's watching. Like, I'm not gonna get in trouble, but God's watching. And I always felt like, through life, I felt God. As I grew older, I kept asking God, if you real, show me a sign. Show me a sign. Tell and I seen all the signs. I know for a fact. So it's not even based on what I learned or what somebody told me to believe in. It's based on my own life experience that I believe in higher power, which is God. So like I said, I'm not religious. I'm not a church goer where I'm there every day. I've been to church, plenty of different churches, plenty of different religions, but I'm not there going every day on a certain religion and following that religion. It's like a cult, like they said. But I believe in my Lord. I know there's a higher power that exists, and it's been proven to me time after time.
Yes.
So
When things are like faith-based like that, that's the problem I have with believers because I believe as well, but I don't use words like no and
right,
fact when
right,
it's faith-based because it's a contradiction. When you say you know something, that means you have to actually be able to prove it. Like, and you have to have tangible evidence. You can't go on the whim and say, well, I know that this happened because it happened in my life. Absolutely. But that's your life. You know, you
right,
can't
right.
prove those different things. Like you have to be able to prove
Exactly.
it to me. You have to show me proof, show me evidence. And
This
that,
is what I say. Everybody does they go through their own journey. I can't prove nothing to nobody, but you will go
right
through your own journey. And if you looking and you seeking, you shall find. But that is why I tell you, as long as you believe,
no,
regardless of what, you're gonna see answers throughout your life.
no,
You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
agree with that. I don't.
Come on, Rich, man. You gotta secure the spot. You gotta
I
secure
believe
the
it. I
spot
believe
in heaven,
I,
man.
I
Get
believe
that ticket up there.
I
Listen,
believe,
you
but
don't lose
I
nothing
don't
by
I don't I
believing.
don't need those things for me to do anything. I don't,
Rich, listen to this real quick though. You don't lose nothing by believing. Let's just say what if,
it
for
doesn't
example.
matter. But why
Let's
believe?
just say what if.
It
Well,
doesn't
it don't cause you to believe
it
because
does
if,
but
if
why?
I
it's
don't
true,
think it's considered believe. I think it's more solidified on faith. You have faith,
yeah, that's
not
true too.
not
Believe in faith.
believing. Because I could sit here and say till I'm blue in the face, I believe that this is gonna happen. I believe this. No, I have faith. My faith is strong. So
Yeah, because certain things you speak into existence, and that's how they come
yeah,
about, and they
and
get born.
like because some people, and this is what I get upset too. Some people sit here and use their religion for everything. Like they be
Oh
like,
yeah,
"Oh God, let me get a parking spot," and they find a parking spot.
Thank
That's
you,
not that.
God.
right,
It's
right.
actually
That is gone.
well,
Listen, I ain't believe this YouTube shit would work out for me. I ain't believe it. I spoke it into existence. I said, you know what, it's gonna work out, but I don't believe it
that's
is. But
that's
No, you
part
work.
of manifestation.
right,
Once you
It's
speak
not that
it,
easy. Just
you
to talk this
you
shit
you know it comes. Because I'll just give y'all a tidbit of a little bit that happened to me at a time when I was going through a lot. When I say that I felt my faith was being tested with my own family, with a man who I was bringing forth life for. I had it from all different points. I had it from every angle, and I was going through something as far as health wise while bringing
Morgan
forth
Smith.
life, because I was suffering from having fibroids while pregnant, and if you know anything about fibroids, you necessarily don't you anything can happen with that,
Mhm.
Right,
and my faith was so strong that I'm able to say I'm still here, and my youngest is still here, and she'll be 3 in September, and I know what it was for my faith to be tested. So I could say more so of faith, not believe, because believe can be a fairy tale. You
right,
believe that Prince Charm is going to come. You believe, no, it's your faith.
right.
So you have to look at it in that perspective. Now on as far as Rich, your spirit, I feel your spirit. Your spirit is good. Your
You
spirit is
got a good
pure.
spirit, yeah.
That's why the situation with you and offsite didn't work, because your spirit didn't connect.
They
And
didn't connect with that malicious shit.
it was after a while your spirit couldn't take it. So that's why you left. And look where you at now.
Yeah,
And
I don't
that's
do
what's drawing people in. It's your spirit. And so you might right now you might not feel that way. Things could change a year from now, or longer. But I know that you are a faith walk man.
Yeah, he is.
So you say that now, Rick.
He is.
I do. I
His
used to
spirit,
be.
his
I
spirit
used to
matches
be.
God's.
You be surprised. You might not have your faith
It's not about faith for me.
might not be with
You
you,
know, you
but
know what it is though too.
have
A
No,
lot
you
of these
can't tell me
pastors,
what
like
it
like
is.
I was talking about earlier, a lot of these pastors in these churches be making people turn out to be like Rich, where they ain't got
No,
no
that is
belief.
not the.
But I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm saying that's the case a lot of times where they make people feel like, you know,
No,
Rich, where they don't have no one to turn to. They're not
no.
accepted by the church, they're not accepted by the family, they're not accepted by the neighborhood, and they
Come
feel like,
on.
you know, why should I believe in something that is not protecting of my lifestyle or whatever the case is. You feel me? Like, and then the whole Bible thing where it says gay people not going to heaven. So that turns a lot of gay people away from God
Exactly
too.
what it says.
Well, people who have kids out of wedlock ain't going to heaven, and damn sure a lot of people going to be here too.
Word up.
My situation is not any of that. I realize that you don't need any of that. I don't my spirit. I don't have a spirit per se.
Yes, you do, Rich. Stop playing.
You can't, like you don't like you shouldn't say stuff that you can't prove. Like
you can't see the air, but you know it's there though. You can't see the air we breathe, but you know it's there.
That's not an argument for me.
No, it's not an argument. We need to go back to the topic at hand because
we gotta agree to disagree. I just know that Rich, he has good points. You have a good heart and you have a kindred spirit, and I just know that there's somebody that's praying for you. You might not be, but there's somebody.
Well, let me explain. Y'all not letting me explain. Y'all are.
I'm sorry, Rich.
I'm sorry, Rich. Go ahead.
I pray, right? But my prayer is a lot different from a lot of people's prayer. Well, not a lot, but some.
Can you pray for us right now?
No. I don't pray for things to happen. I pray for comfort. I don't pray for people for miracles and different things. I don't. I pray for comfort because I know that for me, it does nothing but just make me comfortable. There's nothing that comes from that but just comfortability. My mind, everything is at ease when I pray, and it has nothing to do with me looking for something to happen. Because I'll ride, like I say before, like I used to say, I'll ride a plane and I'll pray, right? Even though I know that any moment that plane can drop out of the sky. Just like, when you pray versus somebody else is praying, you guys are praying for the same thing. And there's a possibility that they don't get the same thing that you get from the same prayer that you gave. And a lot of people will say, well, they didn't pray hard enough. Their faith is not strong enough. That is not the case. The thing is that if you're praying for something that you can actually do for yourself, then what is the point of praying?
Exactly. Okay.
I don't pray for
I could agree with that.
And I don't worship God because I still believe in God. I don't worship God for those reasons. There's nothing that I'm out here doing. There's nothing in my past that I prayed to get out of. It's just, for me, a lot of it doesn't make any sense. But
and it doesn't for a lot of people, so I understand.
However, if you're doing those things that make you comfortable, who gives a damn what I think or how I feel? As long as it's not jeopardizing your life or anybody's life or bringing harm to anybody, then I don't give a damn.
I can agree with that. Seeing it that way, I can agree with that.
You know what I mean?
I can agree with that. But like I said, it's with us as a Black community, it's a whole umbrella of things that we'll be up here all night unpacking a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of stuff to be to unpack. So it's like I said, so what we got so far is parenting can play a part.
Yo, we got the best topic at hand right now because everybody, this whole topic is trending with homosexuals and Black females and all that. But we included religion and spirituality and all that shit into this one. So let's talk about it, baby.
That's where it really stems from.
It does.
The control aspect of it. And that's why I broke away from the religion part and I'm more spiritual, but I still,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I still don't use religion as the because Tasha, you're using the religion as the undertone to your spirituality. I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't follow religion at all.
You do. You said it's faith-based. Faith is a part of religion.
Well, yeah, if you want to put it like that.
Right.
But when it comes to religion,
of faith is religion. So you are still holding on to some parts that you agree with, and the rest you discard.
I'm just but and it's contradicting if you think about it. But what I feel like I don't believe in man-made stuff all the way. Like I always feel like when something's man-made, for example, like the Bible, I feel like this is my exact beliefs on the Bible. I feel like a lot of the Bible, let's say 50% of it was man-made. The other 50% of it was man-made by man that really had experiences or really had, a message from God, and they were supposed to write it down on the Bible. I believe that to be true, but then I also believe that it was altered by regular man that was worshiping evil shit like the devil and stuff that the devil put out here in the world, and they really didn't get a message from God. They was just trying to control. They was just trying to control the general public, so they made rules on the Bible. You feel me? So I'm 50-50 on it.
I don't agree with none of that.
I don't want to even indulge in that part with the Bible because I don't want to make nobody mad. So we gonna bypass that conversation about the Bible because I have my views on that as well too. And
so the thing is too, if the reason a lot of these things are going on in the world as far as people hating gays is that book. They
hate women. They hated women who was promiscuous. Jesus.
Jezebel.
That book is full of hate. There's certain things you could use from that book to uplift us as well, but a lot of the times the reason why a lot of these behaviors are happening in our communities is because of that book.
The book is kind of contradicting because they say God is a loving God and he loves everybody no matter what. He accepts everybody. But then it also says in the Bible that if you're gay, you can't go to heaven. So that, if God is a loving God, he's not going to kick his child out of heaven and put him in the burning flames of the devil or hell. So that's where I feel like the Bible contradicts itself. But other than that, there are some people that I feel like went through their experiences and they had the experiences written down in the Bible. You feel me? And that was meant for the world to see and hear and live life, by that code or whatever the case was. But for the most part, I feel like people were trying to make the Bible as a rule, a rule of thumb for people to follow and not fall into certain, categories, as you may put it. But it's a very, in-depth conversation when it comes to the Bible because it stems in a whole different lot of areas. But at the end of the day, it's like Juicy says, it all pertains, it's a domino effect where everything connects at the end of the day. The, homosexuality, the heterosexuality, the Black Lives Matter thing, it connects some way, somehow to the Bible, if you believe it or not. So that's why I feel like part of the Bible is on point, especially with the world events they predict and all that stuff. I feel like some of that is on point, but then again, some of that is altered.
So to remove the I guess the opinions about the Bible and stick to the factual things about the Bible in reference to homosexuality, I don't want to cover the basics in the Bible. I want to cover what the book actually is doing to people like me, you, and how it's not having everybody connecting. It's literally people are using that book to spew hate for something that this book is telling them that it's what they're reading was actually wrong. They fucked it up. And because everybody has been reciting that same fucking passage, which doesn't necessarily mean exactly what they're saying it is, but because they've misworded that, decades have went by, centuries, and they're still trying to use that as a way to point the finger and say that I'm not acceptable. And I feel like when it comes down to my Black women and my Black men, they're doing the same things that white people who read the same book.
You brought up a great point, and Mystical in the chat says, "Can we go back to the original topic?" So I want to do that too. And you brought up a good point because the topic we on is homosexuals versus pretty much Black females. But I'm in here and I'm representing for the straight males that also are involved in some kind of some kind of stereotype or some kind of, so it goes all three ways, and it's a very extensive topic. And I feel like us three right here are good candidates to speak on it because there's a lot of people that have been speaking on it on YouTube and everywhere else, and they don't really make the points that they really could be making, especially if you got a big platform. There's points that you really could be making, but when you say something for one group and you sound one-sided, it sounds hypocritical because you want change for one side, but you don't want change for all sides. You feel me?
Yeah. But how can we get the change if we still have something like a book that has a certain, like our grandmothers and great grandmothers who believe in this, right? and are teaching these things to y'all and myself and everybody, I personally feel like once they die and that generation is kind of gone, then we have our mothers and then we have us.
Right.
Once those things are kind of, I'm not going to say erased, but are slowly being erased from, I guess, the religious aspect of it, then we have my nephew, and I'm doing my part and to try to erase that nonsense that has kind of been instilled as far as those different teachings that don't make any sense from that book. So I don't mean to keep bringing up that book, but that book really does shape a lot of the shit that is going on as we speak.
Yeah, especially if people misinterpret it, and a lot of pastors.
Yeah, because you also look at it like this: the same people who hate us go to church on Sundays too.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
There's the same people that sit there and they speak the word, and right after they get out of church, they want to go kill them a nigger.
Yeah, all them Karens, a lot of them is pastors.
Oh, absolutely.
Not only that, a lot of the KKK are pastors as well.
And they believe in the same God.
We all believe in the same God, but we not unified. Something
Exactly.
ain't right. Something ain't right.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, and also they used the Bible back in slavery to get us in line.
Yo, can we talk on this fish topic? I've been hearing this topic a lot.
Okay.
Like, can we get to this one? And then,
all right, let's start where it all came from. Now, I know back in my hanging and banging days, I used to go to a lot of ballroom events with my best friend and my other guy friends who they wasn't trans, but they used to dress in drag, and they would have ballroom events in Jersey. And I heard fish. I didn't think much of it because it wasn't like something that bothered me. It was a lot of stuff that people have said in my passing that I didn't know what the hell they was talking about. But if it's not towards me, it's not my my business.
right.
So fish term was, oh yeah, girl, you giving fish is because the look was very believable to be as a woman. It had nothing to do with, oh, her poom poom smell like a hot in the tube, or her poom poom is a
My
rotten.
pum pum smelling like fish. Yeah.
Yes, like it wasn't like, oh, your cat is very,
The cat is rotten.
Yeah. Now, straight men would say a chick smell like fish, either like,
Exactly. Yeah, this is what I was getting to.
or whatever. That's what straight men were say. Oh, she smell like fish, but
I'm gonna take fault for that, sis. And this is exactly why I brought it up. Because the black females is blaming the gays or the black gays for saying the word fish when us straight men made this shit up.
look,
yo, but we made this shit up. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a fuck what Rich say right now. We made this shit up. So blame us.
No, it's not we made it up, but because what it is, no, I'm gonna just give it as a woman.
With all due respect.
As a woman, some women will take offense to being called fish because they will think that it's being derogatory to them because that's something that they heard from other females and straight men.
Exactly.
Oh,
well, it is derogatory when it comes from.
Oh, you stink pussy. You know,
Not
like,
all
you smell like fish. Oh, you listening. But also too, when you're calling a female smell like fish, this is around when she have her menses. This is or you.
Well, let me say this. For example, us straight men, we say fish in a good and bad way. So it's a double standard. I know Rich made some good points on my show when I asked him about it. He briefly touched on it, and he said some good points about the word, and he explained the background and the history of it in his community. But in my community, and when we use the word fish, for example, when I'm talking to the homies, I'm like, yo, you gonna fuck some fish? You gonna get some fish tonight? What's up? You know what I'm saying? It's more like instead of saying, yo, we gonna fuck with Lisa, or we gonna fuck with Samantha down the block. You just go, you fucking with fish tonight. What's up? Like, or it'll be.
I have never heard no straight man say
Well,
that.
listen, that'll be the good. Like that's I just fucked some good fish. Or I just ate some
never
good
heard
fish.
that.
I have never heard no straight man.
When you eat a girl pussy and there's kids around and shit, you be like, yo, I ate some good fish today.
I have never heard that either.
Ain't no nigga gonna talk about they just ate some good fish today out of nowhere. You talking about some shit when you talking about that, or it's mainly, but when it's not used, and it's like that's probably why y'all never heard about it, because it's rarely used in a good and a positive way when it comes to the straight niggas. We normally use it in a negative way when we call. But you'll be like, yo, that bitch shit smell like fish, or that bitch shit stink like fish. Like it's normally the female when we talking about fish. It's not really the shit we gonna fuck some fish all the time. It's very few times where niggas is talking about fish in a good way, is what I'm saying. But the gay people, I guess, started listening to how we call women's private parts fish, and they started using it to call each other fish whenever they
around when that shit came up.
What was that?
You weren't even born when that came up.
I probably wasn't. Listen, I probably wasn't. This is not what I'm
saying. You're going to talk about where you took it from. You ain't take that shit.
I knew Rich was going to have a problem with this, but listen, this is not what I'm saying, bro. Listen to my words carefully. What I'm saying is the gay men took fish because they seen straight men was using.
How you know we took it?
I'm gonna tell you how right now. I'm gonna tell you how. And look, and y'all women, when I tell y'all how I know they took it, y'all gonna see it in a whole different light. When we was using the word fish, right? It was mainly, like I said, derogatory. It wasn't mostly positive at all.
I never heard fish before no straight man.
Well, yeah, you gotta hang around the fuck. They not gonna say it's a code.
I hang around a whole bunch of.
This is what I'm saying. They're not gonna really.
Man, I heard
listen to this. Anyway, you gonna throw me off subjects.
Yeah,
listen. We was talking about fish mainly in a derogatory way, like, yo, that bitch shit is like smell. We won't even say smell. You be like, that bitch shit is fish. Like that shit stink. We fucked it. I hit it already. Like that shit smell like fish, bro. Like don't even go there. Like don't even try to hit that. So it was mainly in a derogatory way, right? Then the gays started hearing it. And they were like, yo, that's fucked up how the straight man is treating. To be honest with you, I've really never treated females with that word. If a female shit stunk, which was rare because I made sure I fuck with, bitches that had their hygiene on point. But if a female stunk and I did smell any kind of funk, I kept that shit to myself. I wasn't out there with the fellas. I wasn't one of them gossipy, as bad as it may look on YouTube now, but I wasn't one of them gossipy niggas in the hood talking about, yo, that bitch should smell like, nah, because niggas talk more than bitches sometimes. So I already knew that nigga was probably going to tell that bitch what the fuck I said. And I'm like, nah, I ain't getting in that mess. Let him figure it the fuck out. Know what I mean? But yo, the gay niggas started seeing us use it, and they were like, yo, that's fucked up how a straight man is talking about a female's pussy like that. To be honest, to be raw, this is how they were saying it. And I've heard some say it too, like, yo, why y'all calling, you know what I'm saying? Because some of the females had gay cousins, gay brothers, or whatever the case is. I have gay and lesbian people in my family. So I already know, like, so niggas is like, why y'all calling bitches pussies fish? That's fucked up. Listen. I'm almost finished, bitch. I'm almost finished. I promise. Yo, they was like, yo, why y'all calling bitches pussies fish? That's fucked up. So they started using it to refer to each other as, yo, you are the closest form of fucking.
You are saying it 5 times. You said it already. We get it.
All right, go ahead, Riz.
That just started in the 1980s. The ballroom scene did. You were not even born yet. You were born in like fucking 82. This shit started in the fucking 80s.
Yep. You right.
You weren't even around to be calling nobody fish. So you talking about some fish in the 90s and the word fish in the fucking early 2000s, then yes. But the ballroom scene started in 1980. And around that time, words were being created.
Yeah. But the straight niggas before me was using that word fish.
They was using it to describe. They was using it to describe a smell, and then you crazy motherfuckers used it to talk about eating coochie. That's not the thing. That is not the thing. And my argument is this: in the heterosexual community, the slur is where the word fish comes from. In the gay community, it's not. Y'all address each other talking about shit like that. We don't. And in the same thing, and even then, you still have the right to address how you feel if you're not disrespecting a woman on her face. You can talk amongst yourselves about whatever experience you had and how you feel like certain shit is. So when gay men are doing it in a gay scene and they're saying, you know, child, that's fish over there, meaning not a coochie that smells, but a girl, a female. But in the same sense, it also means when we talk to each other like that, you know, it's the highest form of flattery when we say, you know, child, you were given very much fish. It means the real deal. It means you're unclockable if you are in transitioning. It means can't nobody tell what the fuck you are. You are giving real fish, meaning woman, not real vagina.
Yeah, that's what I was saying though, Rich.
No, it's not real vagina because vaginas
no, it's not real vagina for it's not real vagina for gay men. It's real vagina for straight men. I know that's what I was saying.
I never heard of this before.
Gay men don't use it as a real female. They don't refer to fish as a real female. They refer to fish as a transsexual or a transgender that's looks the closest to a feminine fish. They most in touch with their feminine side, I guess. That's how that's my understanding of how they use it. I've never really heard them using it or attaching it to the regular, you know, straight female. This is where I was getting to before. You know,
straight men use the word fish. I ain't never heard that shit.
I had never heard any guys that was straight use the word fish. This is new to me.
Yeah, yo, ask Gun in the chat room right now. He's talking about it. He said we use fish.
This is new to me.
That's Gun. That's the bro right there. He know what I'm talking about.
Have you ever heard of bati fish? Because I heard of bati fish before.
Oh, who?
Saying it.
Oh man,
bati fish.
Oh yeah, I heard of bati fish.
It ain't the same. See, and we ain't never heard no nigga talking about he about to go eat some fish unless he eating tilapia or.
Hey, yo, tell them, let them know, Gun man. Let them know how we talking to her, please, dude. I'm trying to educate them right now. They're not trying to take my education.
What you said?
They're not trying to take my education. Yo,
y'all got me cracking up over here. Rich, who is teaching you patois?
Nigga Gun said, walk away, hot shot. I'm gonna walk away, bro. I'm gonna walk away.
I'm from the Bronx.
They trying to jump me over here.
Hold up. I picked up a few different accents, Jamaican, the Spanish, you know. Me, I'm originally from a
you know we a melting pot in the Bronx.
I just have to crack it up over here.
Rich, you know, if you in the Bronx, you part of either. It's a melting pot. If you got family that's mixed with everything. You got Spanish, you got black, you got white, you got. Yo, me and the sisters the same, black and Spanish, we mix, but there's a whole lot more mix. I listen, I identify with all my mix.
Wow,
I know it's a black struggle because I've been through it.
Let me tell y'all why I know certain things Jamaican is because I remember one fucking time I took my I don't know what the fuck I was doing in Jamaica Queen, and I got off on Jamaica Avenue on a train. And you know, in the early 2000s, late 90s, you know, shit was different. So somebody called me a bati boy or some shit like that.
A bati fish.
He didn't call me bati fish. I heard bati boy.
Oh yes, bati boy is not a term of endearment. They're calling you a gay boy,
right?
Or when they say bati fish, a bati fish is something disrespectful to a gay man. Because as you know, in some islands, because I've seen people right now in the chat, some islands they tend to be a little homophobic in certain islands because
you can't be gay in Jamaica, they murk your ass.
That's why Buju and Beanie Man and some of the reggae artists, because their early music when they was talking about the gay lifestyle, that they can't tour certain places. So yeah, but there's people over there that's gay. There's people gay everywhere. It's gay everywhere. So you know,
I know what it is. I was saying
to people in the chat too. The people in the chat, they was having a discussion about that. But get Rich.
Why are you telling me I know this? I was on Jamaica Avenue and I was called a Batiman or a Bati boy or something like that. So the reason why I know certain things was because I needed to know what I could say the fuck back in the same language to be disrespectful. So I would ask my Jamaican friends, I'm like, what the fuck he just called me? I was like, great. They say, call your face.
Yo, Rich, Gun, he's in the chat. Gun, Totten Democrat. He's a straight man and he agrees with you. He said, Rich is right. Rich is correct. Fish is an alternative lifestyle, means as close to a female as male can get. Exactly. That's what I was saying too. Like that's what how gays use the fish word. It's more like, yo, it's not towards a female, it's towards a gay man that represents a female to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? Like, or a man that looks the most like a female, or a man that's most in touch with his side.
No, that's not what it means.
Okay, please educate us. Please educate us, Rich. Come on, how you lost me?
It's not only a man that is giving, his highest form of femininity. No, it's usually like, let's say that I'm in a category in a ballroom scene, like, you're walking as like you're doing runway modeling or whatever it is, and you're up next to judges. So when they say he's giving fish and I'm in a certain category, that means that I'm very soft, kind of similar to what you said, but that's for me. So that's the part where you say a man, which is what I still identify as. However, when you have a trans woman, you're not really going to call her a man, say in the category, but if she's standing next to a biological female and you can't tell the difference as a straight man, and then the next homie can't tell the difference, and the next homie, and y'all slip up and you come up and be like, yeah, I'm a dude. And you be like, oh, bitch, I did not know. That's fish. She's giving fish, honey. Like, she is serving fish. So that message. But you were right, but you were just a little off.
I got it now.
Like a great man.
So you think, like, if I bump into any transsexual or I don't know, drag queens or transsexuals roll the same, or they ride the same wave when it comes to the word fish, or when it comes to she, referring to them as she, like, should I call them like miss or she, or like
trans women?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you see?
I guess I see both, but I guess I could call it.
How the fuck you see both? You don't see no man.
I see the Adam's apple though.
You're not looking at no motherfucking Adam's apple. I know a few bitches with beards that were born female, so I
ain't gonna lie though. T.S. Madison ain't got no Adam's apple, yo. That she look like a straight, thick chick. That's what she like.
Some of y'all great aunts got a face full of fucking hair, so you don't look at her and say, "Mister." I'm just saying.
That's too much. That's crazy. Yo, listen, y'all better go follow Rich. He a whole clown.
We going off topic again.
I know we stay doing that.
A good conversation.
We always doing that shit. Me and the shit stay doing that shit. Don't even feel bad, Rich. Let me see. Where we was at? Where was we at?
We were talking about.
I can't even. I would. Okay, I think I will. I'm gonna get y'all talk. I'm gonna get a picture of what you consider fish, and
this shit. Pull that shit out. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. They about to pull out some pussy pics, y'all. No.
No.
Yo,
I'm about to show y'all what fish is.
The chat is going crazy right now because they all divided. See, we got the chat divided and all that, y'all. Like,
that's good. Let them motherfuckers be divided. I want to give a shout out to Gun.
Oh, that's the bro right there. Yo, Gun, follow Rich, bro. He got the station here. He got the YouTube. We got all that.
Yes, go follow Rich. Go follow my brothers. Go follow Hotshot. We here to support each other.
He getting a wrench. That he on point, man. He level-headed. He open-minded like me. Like I like that he not out here trying to play no side. You feel me? He real unbiased.
And he shows love. He shows love.
He show love. Yeah, that's the homie. That's the homie right there.
I like his openness because a lot of
he's mad open. Yeah, he's mad open. It's few of us. It's very few of us. That's why when I bump into somebody else like that, I appreciate them. Yo, some dude came on my live yesterday too, because y'all know this is another thing I wanted to touch on. Now that we here and we on topic, most of my supporters, 45% is black females, 45% is gay dudes. Mm-hmm. So there's only like a 5 to 10% straight dude that supports me, and it's fucked up. So the same way y'all feel suppressed or oppressed, I feel the same way. You feel me? Like I feel like, where the fuck is my support system? And not to take away, because I wholeheartedly appreciate the black female and the gay men for supporting me and showing love. I do from the heart, because they didn't even have to. But my thing is against my own. Like, yo, what the fuck is my support system? You feel me? And when it comes down to that, we get the same shit. We get shunned out. And when he came on there, he showed love. He was like, yo, Hasha, I love your channel. You be speaking some real shit. Yo, you need to come over to my panel. I'm like, yo, where the fuck you came from? I never even knew you was like listening. But if
Asha, you talking about I don't see. I about to be really disrespectful.
you always disrespectful.
You talking about a bitch that shake like hand sanitizer. Nobody interested in that bitch, but the people that either don't fuck with her or fuck with her. You ain't gonna get no real straight man up there talking about, yeah, Hasha, yeah, get that bitch Millie, get her motherfucking ass. No, you gonna get a homo.
Now listen,
You gonna get ahead of it. Say, I don't like that bitch. Fuck her. You not gonna get that over him from
he ain't really say that.
Millie.
He didn't really say that. I mean, he kind of did, but he didn't. He was like, "Yo, I understand where you come from because I watched this shit, and she say some real fucked up, disrespectful shit." But he was like, he said he's not into like just beefing with the bitches or whatever. He was like, "Yo, I ain't even trying to beef with these bitches, but what you saying is some real shit." So I was like, "Yeah, that's." To each his own, but I'm gonna talk about it. TMZ talk about it. The news talk about it. I don't give a fuck if you big, you small, you fat, you purple, green, yellow, black, white, orange. You a female or male. You a kid. You young. You listen. If you do some fuck shit, you deserve to be talked about. So I'm gonna talk about it because you misleading our fucking people and you misleading the community. So you need to be talked about and awareness need to be brought up on you. It's like if you a female and you pretty, you gonna commit some murder, and I'm just gonna let that shit slide because you a pretty ass bitch. Fuck out of here. I'm gonna speak on that murder. Like, yo, she killed her. I saw it.
I get that, but at the same time,
even though I'm not a snitch, don't get me wrong, yo. I'm not a snitch. So she might get away with it.
So, well, hold on. At the same time, is you can't like you want like millions of fucking people to come and flock to your page because you feel like the heterosexual community is not supporting you as much as the gay and the black women and the minority women, whatever. Because I don't want to say black women because it's Hispanic women, a lot of different women.
Yeah, it's Hispanic women, it's black women.
You saying that you're not getting the community from your the straight folk.
Right.
You're not talking about stuff that
except for gun now. I got gun, I got Gotti.
No, you're not listening. You're not talking about stuff that they are interested in listening to. You talking about shit that women like and gay men like. And a handful of straight people is only there because we fuck with you.
Don't pin this shit on me, bro. Don't pin this shit on me, man.
You're talking about shit that we want to listen to and that we like.
Exactly. They thank you, bro. You proved my point. That's what I was going to next. I'm saying, and I'm talking about shit that y'all asked me to talk about and y'all want me to talk about. It's not.
Why are you mad that they're not the heterosexual community not backing you up?
You might have a point, but I'm gonna lose a lot of followers. Yeah, I'm gonna lose a lot of followers, but you got a point. I'm gonna stop talking.
You're not gonna lose. Ain't anybody leaving you.
Listen, fuck Millie. I'm gonna stop talking about it and fuck all this other bitch shit that I've been talking about. I'm not.
No.
No. You put me on the spot. You put me on the motherfucking spot.
You put yourself there. I was answering why you felt like that. Like I was giving you an explanation. I don't need you to get off her neck.
I stay on her neck because she just.
Nah, it's too late. It's too late.
All right.
I can't take him.
You hurt my feelings with that.
Oh my. Wow.
Yo, niggas be like, you in your feelings. Yeah, I'm in my motherfucking feelings. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you really give a fuck about somebody, you get in your feelings. Otherwise, you be a cold-hearted motherfucker and say, fuck you. I don't give a fuck what you got to say. But I can't. I'm in my feelings. I can't.
Lord have mercy.
I'm in my feelings.
I have the pictures. Y'all, I can't deal with y'all too.
Hey, I don't want to talk to y'all no more. Y'all on time out. I'm putting y'all on time out, both of y'all.
Because you want the straight.
Yeah, I knew I should not came up on here. I told y'all, yo, listen, this topic is too sensitive. I just came out of World War motherfucking 3.
No, you just woke up.
Oh, I can't. Y'all too. Hold on. I'm just going. I have the picture so y'all can see what fish is.
Yo, he put me all the way out there. Yo, he threw me all the way under the bus. That's this shit, right? He threw me all the way under the bus.
Oh wow.
Niggas, I just woke up. How the fuck you say some shit, Rich?
Hold on, Taj. Y'all can see now?
Yeah.
I see that bitch with the who that sexy ass bitch with the purple hair. It looked better than the shit Millie had on. Millie shit ain't even had a part. That shit looked like party.
Hey Divine, hey boo. No, this is an example of when you say giving fish. This is Tokyo Styles.
Who the fuck is that?
The famous
it's she's
transitioning.
Oh
shit. Well, her hair looked better than the shit that Millie had on. Her hair look way better than the shit Millie had on. That's a shame. That's a damn shame. Yo, Millie, look, since you so fucking transphobic, you should take notes from this chick right here because she got some nice hair, or he got some nice hair, or she,
It's
whatever.
a she.
Okay, she got some nice hair. Millie, look, she got a part. You know what I'm saying? She got the bank. She got the fucking baby hairs and all that. She got her shit glued down right. You couldn't even see the fucking lining on your shit, Millie.
Let me
That's
say this.
Gosh.
Let me say
Okay.
this.
Now this Tokyo Styles is trans.
okay.
So when you see Tokyo, if they were inside of the ballroom, you would hear, you giving me fish, girl.
So that's what y'all call fish, huh?
Yes. See?
Oh, so she got the titties done. So wait, does fish still got a penis or not? Like, let's get that shit clear.
Okay, we're gonna get into that because I know about that. See, but do you see?
Now, I'm confused now. Like, y'all got me all the way fucking confused.
And this is also fish.
What the fuck is y'all doing?
Jackie.
Hold on.
This is Jackie Aina. She's a cisgender woman, but this is ideally a gorgeous woman. And you'll be like, "Oh, girl, you hanging with fish today?" And this is, I guess, you could give the example of
that's fish too.
Yeah.
So that look like a real chick to me. That look like, I'm not even gonna
Jackie
say bitch.
she's a cisgender woman.
Can I call her a bitch? Can I say that look like a real bitch?
No, you can't call her a B.
No, in a good way though. Like that look like a real bitch.
No.
Oh, okay. It look like a real chick. Like so.
No,
I
Jackie is she's a biological woman, but that's if you are
what
a gay male and that's
don't do that.
You would say
don't do that.
I had to just give you an explanation of that's what.
Yeah, teach me, please. Educate me, y'all. Rich, sis, please. Educate both of y'all. Come on, educate me, man. Cause y'all confusing the fuck out of me right now, man. I don't know what the fuck to say. Y'all just showing me all kinds of different shit, and then experimenting, domino affecting into other shit. Like, come on, break it down, please. I'm drinking over here a little something.
So, I personally know Tokyo Styles, and Tokyo Styles has always been soft, even when he was dressed up as a dude. He's always been soft in the face. I absolutely can't deny that he looks like a beautiful young lady, but I would be able to clock Tokyo walking down the street.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I would be able to, no matter how beautiful she is, and not how beautiful he was as a he, now a she, I would be able to clock it. So he in the ballroom, he would get very much fish, but I still would be able to clock it. And I want to separate the fact that I would be able to clock it based on because I knew prior. No, it's just something that first of all, that bitch is tall as fuck.
But Adam's apple and all that. But that's what I was saying. Like, I don't know if I should call him she or not. Because
what do you see?
Both, like I said.
No, you didn't see no motherfucking Adam's apple.
Yeah, not on that one.
Okay.
Some of them take it out, some of them remove that shit. So
okay,
you can never tell.
You're not looking at the Adam's apple. You're looking at what you see, regardless of what is still there.
It's a reflection of a female, so I see why y'all call her fish.
If that person walked in the fucking men's bathroom, would you be like, okay, ma'am, you in the wrong bathroom, or would you say
you should be right in between these two bathrooms, man? Like, look, there's a wall right in between. No, I'm playing, y'all. Listen, now I don't care what bathroom you walk into. Just stay in your potty. Stay.
That's not the point.
Lord have mercy.
Well, it comes to anybody. I'm not talking about transgender. I'm talking about
that's not the
stay in your motherfucking body. You male, female, transgender, stay in your body. That's it.
That's not the point, because you don't get to decide what bathroom you go in if you don't belong in that motherfucker.
I'm in the male's bathroom.
Right.
If you consider yourself a female, stay in the female's bathroom.
The point is this: if she was going into the men's bathroom, because you just said that you don't know what to call her, right? So if she was walking into the men's bathroom, would you deny her access and say you're in the wrong bathroom?
I don't give a fuck. No, just stay in your fucking lane. Stay in your potty. Hello? But listen, you made a good point though, because some females don't want them in their bathroom either. So where the fuck they gonna go? So I guess I see your point because of that. How you doing? Who's that? D Divine, baby?
That's Divine.
Divine.
Hey,
Girl.
hold on. I see this panel don't have no bis on here and no lesbians. What's up?
Oh,
What
What's
is it?
poppin', baby? What's poppin'? Tell me
And
your lesbian.
I got a lesbian homie. Can you hear her? Fairy, say something, boo.
Nah, I want to hear her. Yeah, I want to hear her.
Can you hear her talk?
We don't hear
Nope.
nothing.
You can't hear her.
nope.
Nah.
They can't hear you,
Nope.
boo. Can you?
I want to
Can
hear her. We need
she
her
gonna
point of
try
view
to?
here. Like
She
we
gonna
got
try
a
to.
I dropped the
we
link.
got a straight female and a gay dude and a straight dude, and we need a straight
I'm
female.
bi. I'm
I mean,
not
a gay
straight.
female. Oh, you bi? So then you count. You count. Come on, let's talk. What's up? Choke me.
Well, what is? I just came in here. So what's going on? What y'all talking about? I saw y'all talking about Tokyo
Oh,
Styles. Fairy,
oh,
come on, boo boo.
Pretty much, we
oh
was
shit.
just giving an example. All right, I don't know you. There was a big thing about
Oh,
the fish term. So we were just giving pretty much
That's offensive to a lot of people.
it is, and we
all right,
was
tell us why.
giving.
Tell us why, baby. Tell us why it's sensitive.
It, to me, in my opinion, it holds like
Take your time.
it almost holds the same connotation as fag, and that's the problem. And I don't
No,
think
wait.
people should be using it if they don't. If you're not part of that community, you should not be using it because you don't know how. It's certain
Mm.
things you got to stay away from. It's not your space and it's not your place.
Ooh,
No,
shit.
that's what we were saying.
She made a good point.
And
She made a good
we had
point, though.
we had to give them what fish is. We gave a definition of it, and the thing was, someone heard a conversation that shouldn't have been recorded, but they heard the conversation and they took it and made commentary about it. Didn't want to be in a whole big thing that was blown
Getting hot in here.
out of proportion, where instead of trying to find out what it meant, they just went off of their own assumptions. So we pretty much was given an understanding of what fish mean. Then Hotshot told us that he says fish and he calls fish when he is talking about a female, and it could be in a derogatory way or it could be in an endearment way, which this is new to me.
Not really endearment.
I've
Not really
never heard
endearment.
nobody call a woman fish and it was good.
All
Like,
right. I try to give us a little bit of credit. Listen, whenever I feel like okay, when we was little, people be like, "Yo, what you like, fish or sausage?" It was always fish to the straight dude. Sausage.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Fairy in here because Fairy is a lesbian true and through, and she's very educated and articulate, and she would be great to be up on this panel talking about this. Because I was like, my friend having a podcast right now. She's like, I'm internet illiterate. I'm trying to get on.
But see, the main topic is the fish word right now. Like everybody getting offensive.
That's the first thing she said. She's like, that word is offensive to a lot of people, and she was like, I need to get in on this.
But that's what we trying to find out. Why is it so offensive? If it's part of the LGBTQIA community, leave it to them to call each other fish. Now, I see if you get offended by it and you don't want nobody calling you and specifically a fish, I understand that too. Don't call you a fish. I agree. But if it's their word, let them deal with their word. Just like when females call each other bitches, they don't want a nigga, a regular straight or gay nigga calling them bitches, but it's okay for their female friends to call them bitches. But you got to respect that. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell them don't call each other bitches just because I can't call you a bitch. I respect it. Like, you don't want me calling you a bitch, that's fine. But
I know plenty of guys that don't like being called nigga too. Like,
and yeah, there's plenty of dudes that don't refer to me as a nigga. Call me a dude or call me a man or call me a, you know what I'm saying? So it goes all ways. And this is what I'm saying. You can't be one-sided. If you feel one-sided about something, but you don't agree, like you got to agree with this on all levels across the board. Like you got to really see where the homophobic or the gay, the straight man bashing or the black female bashing comes into play. You got to see where all sides, and you got to look for more points of views. I understand the black female when they talk about this, and I understand the gay men when they talk about this, but I feel like a lot of people don't understand the straight man when he talks about this. You feel me? Like, so listen, it goes all ways. And if you're going to be unbiased, you got to be unbiased in every single aspect of the fucking situation.
I am. I call straight men bitches and I call niggas.
You said what?
I call straight men bitches and I call females niggas.
I'm gonna hurt him.
I do. I do that on purpose though.
Yeah, I'm muting my mic.
I don't
Right
like how black women particularly like to associate the word bitch and own it as though it belongs to me. And then when you call me a bitch, I'm not a bitch. That motherfucking name don't belong to y'all. Stop owning that bullshit. I hate that shit. When you say bitch, I ain't no bitch. No, you're not. So stop saying that. I'm owning that word. It's not yours.
Yeah, I always kept that energy. As far as like if you okay with a female or another girl calling you a bitch, or you be like bitch bye, or I be like I'm that bitch or whatever like that. If you
Right.
can speak like that, if somebody call you that, don't get mad. Keep that same fucking energy. So I mean, like I totally agree with like people need to be more mindful of what they say. And I feel like when you can't put stuff out there and then try to put like, restrictions on it and stuff like that. It's out there now. So don't get mad when somebody really call you that shit in a way that you like or don't like. Cause you said it was okay. You said it was cool.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's the thing, because fish wouldn't have been a problem because it was it was a trans woman and a gay man having conversation. What made it a problem is because it was recorded on a platform where people could take it and use it for any context. So it was something that it was spoke amongst two people who are in a community that they both know the definition of. But when you have a public platform, you have to be mindful of it because people could take it and run with it, in which that's what happened. And that's why it was like a big thing with the fish issue. So now there's understanding, which I'll lead into my next topic. Now, since the fish issue started, and that it happened with T.S. Madison and Neek at Night, and then it wound up spilling over to other platforms as well. And now Neek at Night, she did say that when she heard the fish term, she said she didn't like it. She don't want nobody calling her that. But no one would have called her fish. No one would have addressed her as fish because that's something that is solely for the community. Like you said, Devon, you say it in a community that you're from, and she took it and she ran with it. Now, recently there was a situation with B Simone, and she was trying to define what trans are by, and then she started saying something along the lines of calling the LBGTQIA community. She was calling it more so lettuce, bacon, and tomatoes. So from there, it started a downward spiral, and so Lovely T wound up having something to say. I didn't really hear her whole podcast, but the clip that I heard, it sounded like that she was coming more so at T.S. Madison for responding to B Simone in regards to the trans community. Now, also Neek at Night, she wound up having her input as well. So it started like a big thing. And then T.S. Madison addressed both women about what they had to say. Now, as much as we see stuff that goes on, everybody have commentary. Some people commentary might not be as appeasing to everyone, but that's that person's commentary and opinion. Now, what what it did further was there's a situation with T.S. Madison and Kaya that have not been addressed. So it leaves a certain tone with other people and make a bigger situation. But that's another story for itself. So when T.S. Madison started addressing people, you can hear the undertones of that problem that she has previously with Kaya. So when she's clapping back, so to speak, or responding back, it's not going to be on more so of educating, but more so of being like snappy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it kind of came off as, because it went from, oh, you can't call somebody a trans, oh, you can't say this, then, oh, you black lip, oh, your wig look like, no, let's keep it on topic, let's keep it on what you was initially addressing, the trans situation, not by, oh, because this person likes somebody and they responded, so now I'm gonna respond back to them. No, let's keep it on topic, because for as far as with T.S. Madison, she has a very big platform. She has a lot of followers. Right now, in the thick of things, it's a good time to educate more so than downgrade anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thing. Now, yesterday morning, T.S. Madison actually had an open dialogue with Neek at Night, and they both put they both gave their opinion on everything, which I thought that's the conversation that should have happened before that. Then everybody making a response video. That should have been the first step, because this is another thing that happens with with gay men and hetero women, straight women. There's not a conversation. Oh, hold on. Okay, we have someone else on here.
Hi.
Hello, hi.
Oh,
Hi.
Fury.
Yes, I
How to
made
get on here now?
it.
Hi.
It took
Okay.
forever, but I made it.
Now, like I was saying, there should have to be a conversation amongst these two groups, where it's more so educating and hearing each side, so it could be a medium. And that haven't been happening for a while. That's why I decided I wanted to do a live where I have everyone from uh different walks of life, and also some people who are homosexual from the community, people from the heterosexual community as well, so we can have a open dialogue, an open conversation in regards to that, because like I said, there has been a narrative that has been being pushed about black women, gay men, black women, gay men. I'm not saying that that's everyone, because it's not. There's other people that work well together, but I'm just talking about for the ones that's not working, and the narrative is being pushed and it's not being spoke about, and it's something that needs to be spoke about.
What do you mean a narrative being pushed that like black women and gay men don't like each other?
Yeah, that's the narrative being pushed. Remember, I was trying to explain to you. I'll send you the videos. So you
I've
can see
seen some videos and I do agree with what you said to a certain extent. Rich, do you think that way?
I do think that a lot of uh, black women on social media, and in my life, I've known that a lot of black women don't like gay men. But I've
All
also
right.
seen
Yeah. But
relationships
don't you
I have.
think that got something
I
to do with
find,
being gay in general though? Like a lot of
yeah, I don't
straight
know if
women
that's
don't like gay
necessarily a
people.
homophobic issue. I think that's a homophobic issue, not because
Mm-hmm.
they're women. I think that it's just homophobia.
Mm. But okay, because now me and Rich was having a discussion backstage. We don't necessarily, you don't see, if it was a homophobic thing, I could see it would be an issue with not only gay men but also with gay women. You don't really see too much of someone coming after gay women so much.
I do.
On
Yeah, I
like
agree with that.
that's
I
not
agree
a
with that.
narrative being pushed on gay women. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay, but now with gay men it's something different. And then uh I'm only speaking on something I've seen, and I have seen this on and on, and I kept quiet about it. But what the nail that put that like the nail in the coffin was, I had watched another content creator. He had a panel just like this,
Mm-hmm.
where um it was him and several other gay men, all different ages, and they were talking solely about their selves. Nothing to do with women, nothing to do with anything, but solely about their selves and their lifestyle. And I enjoyed the panel. I enjoyed everything that they was talking about, because I was being educated on it. Right after he ended his panel, a woman.
I just gotta say I agree with Ferry's sexy ass voice and everything she said.
Leave my baby alone.
But right after she did, after the guy did his panel, this lady did she did her live, and she started with this rhetoric. Oh, the black gay man wants to be a woman. He wants to be he. It's a agenda. Oh, he wants to do this. He wants to do that. He wants to do this. He wants to do that. And that's not what I want to spread, because even when there's a black man, black woman conversation, I have seen certain chats where the women are saying a lot of stuff that's very like derogatory to black gay men.
Can I cut in for a
Yeah, go
sec?
ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so Fairy, me and you was just talking about this in Discord. Remember I was telling you about my uncle? Okay,
Yeah.
so my uncle is a old queen, honey, and when he was younger, he was quite flamboyant, and then as he got older, he toned it down. And one of the things that he appreciated about me and my mother was the fact that my mom didn't raise me to look at him as a gay anything. That was my fucking uncle, and that was it.
Mhm.
I didn't know that
Oh,
he was
girl.
gay until I was fucking grown. And it wasn't because he did anything different. It was just because society made me, is
Think
you gay? Like, you
it
know
made
what I'm
you think
saying?
different.
Yeah, I just thought that was my Uncle
You
Mark.
sure like to dance a lot.
No, I just thought that was my uncle, and that was it.
Word,
And I feel like it starts with the parents
word up.
to accept, to make their child to see a person as a person. Sexual
Exactly.
preference doesn't fucking matter if you're not fucking that person. It really don't.
There you
That's
go.
that's the whole
And
fact. I agree.
it really don't matter who you sleep with, how you dress, how you talk, how your mannerisms are, how you act. That's all the stuff that make you the person that you are, but it doesn't define you to your core. You know what I'm
Fact.
saying? Who
Yo, deep
you fuck
down.
do not matter. It really don't. I
That's
sleep
a
with both.
fact.
I'm bi
Oh
as hell.
shit. Oh shit. Here we
but
go.
it's I mean, it's a narrative in that bisexuals are considered whores because we
Nah, but
can't make
listen,
up our
you made a
mind.
good point. You made a good point. Doesn't matter who you sleep with, because at the end of the day, you're gonna get criticized regardless. If you sleep with a black girl, a Spanish girl's gonna criticize you, white girl's gonna
Right.
criticize you. If you
Yeah.
sleep with a white girl, you're gonna be
That's a good point.
they're gonna criticize you, like, yo, you black, but you're sleeping with a white girl. So regardless of what your sexual preference is or your taste of nationality is, they're gonna criticize you. So you just gotta live your life and not worry about what the fuck others do with theirs. That's it. That's the bottom line.
Like, I really want to
Exactly.
know how Rich feel because I know my uncle, when I would talk to him about coming up, because he is gay, but he was gay in the
Do you
70s.
think? Oh,
Could you
I'm sorry. Go
imagine
ahead.
how hard it was?
Oh yeah, I can
Yeah,
imagine.
no, they was killing
Yeah,
me.
I
They gave
mean,
It
at
was
you
that
it
time,
was way
that was
worse.
truly bold. That was right after the AIDS crisis as well. Like, to be a
Hmm.
gay
yeah,
black
facts.
man, like after
Mhm.
you've watched half of your friends die, I mean, you want to talk
That's
about bravery? That's brave.
Yeah, and like Devon said, she have an uncle that is gay. I have an uncle that is gay. He's married as well, so I have two uncles that is gay, and I have a best friend that's gay, and that's why I took offense to some of the rhetoric and the narrative that's being spun, and
Hmm.
I'm like, wait, I don't like that, and I can't be inside this chat while they're talking like that, because if I don't speak up, I'm gonna just let anything go. No, I gotta speak up
Right.
and say something because I wouldn't.
Okay, because I was at first when you told me about this, I was
Mhm.
like, "Where is she going with this?" Because I don't want her to start bringing no
Yes, same.
problematic shit here.
To
And
bring
I
too
really was like,
like
"Don't be,
Oh, it's
don't."
problematic.
Yeah,
It's
I ain't want her to
problematic.
be
she's like,
problematic
this is
in this
about
It's too
community.
late,
Yeah.
black
baby.
women and gay
This is a
men.
problematic
No,
topic. It's too late. It's a problematic topic. Yo, it's
it's
problematic, man. It's been
it
all over the internet. It's been over
Mhm.
YouTube, Instagram, so it's got to be spoken
Yeah.
on. When she told me about it, I was, yo, she knows and she my witness. I was like, nah, listen, I don't want to be part of that. I just like, nah, it's too much.
Cause she asked me too. I said I'll come on, depending what y'all talking about,
Because listen,
because I don't want it
then
to
I get
be
bashed for
just going
supporting.
on in the
And then
community.
people spend their own and create their own narrative. Like, oh, you support
Hmm.
this more than this, and then you support no. Like, I'm not with all that. Like,
no. We having an open conversation
I'm an
and we
equal
trying to
fair.
find.
I'm an equal fair opportunity type of dude. Like, I respect everybody, every race, every gender, every identity. I don't give a fuck. That's your life. I'm gonna give you.
Right.
I'm gonna give you the utmost respect as long as you give it to me. That's what counts for me is the respect level. Like, I don't care what you do
Exactly.
with your life. I don't judge you on who you fuck. Like, that's your problem. That's your life. You fuck who you want to fuck. Just like I don't want you telling me who the fuck. I mean, like I'm not telling you what the fuck to do. So what I'm saying with
Right.
that is, as long as you respect me as a human being, I respect you too.
Mhm.
And that's the bottom line. Like people, they get too invested in other people's lifestyles, and they whole life be fucked up. Like worry about your shit. If you spend more time on your shit versus the next person's shit, your shit will be a whole lot better. But they don't see.
Mhm.
I agree. And I also it's about the like black women, I don't want to say versus, but versus the black gay men thing. I think another aspect of that is like the homophobia aspect, but I also
Yeah.
think that it's competition because you're going after the same dude now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hmm.
Technically not, because some of the guys are the. I guess I would think that the gay men are going after gay men, and
That's not
Right.
always true.
But that's an assumption that
Rich, where you at, Rich?
the straight men that you think are straight are actually straight. I think that
Hmm.
that's kind
Yo,
of
but
the
listen to this
thread.
though. I agree with certain with certain females when they be like, they have some kind of issue with the gay dudes, and in the sense it be those in specific that deal with gay dudes that have stolen a man or slept with a man, shit
Yes.
like that. I
Hmm.
agree with them when they be like, yo,
You
nigga,
can't steal a person. I hate that term.
you
If
can't.
your man, if you got a man or woman, whatever, and somebody else come and sleep with your man, they didn't steal him. That motherfucker left. Period.
Not
no,
just
True.
left. That
that's
person
true.
paid.
But what I
They
mean
put
is
that
like
into
they
it.
those type of women got the right to talk on certain gay men, but not all gay men as a whole. Because you just like you can't talk on all black women as a whole, you can't talk on all black men as a
Right.
whole. You can't talk on
Right.
you
Of
know what I'm saying.
course.
So you could talk about those in specific. Yeah, those motherfuckers is grimy because they did you dirty. You thought they was your friend, but they was sleeping with your mans or whatever.
Yeah. And that's
You can
not a
talk
gay
about
man
those,
thing.
but you
Even if it
can't
was a
say
woman,
as
they'll
a
tell that.
whole all gay men is about that life because you
Yeah.
know I've had girlfriends that's had gay brothers and they've never violated me, so I can't say all gay men is about that life. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't say,
Exactly.
oh yeah, they real disrespectful. There's some real respectful ones that, for example, Rich Lomax. I wouldn't be cool with him right now if he was a disrespectful dude. We've sent, not to put it out here, I respect everybody's privacy, but not to put it out here. We've sent direct messages to each other, and it's all been business. It's all been about what we do on YouTube, what we do on Instagram, shit like that. You feel me? It's never
Hmm.
been about nothing else. It's been real
Can I ask you a
respectful.
question, Hot Shot, real quick
Real
though?
respectful. Yeah, what's up?
Let me ask you something. Okay, now I'm asking you because I asked my boyfriend the same question.
All
Now,
right.
is it disrespectful if a gay guy like try to holler at you? Is that disrespectful?
Yes and no. It depends on the circumstances. Like if you see that I'm with my girl, you already know I'm not interested in dudes, right?
No.
Or if you see that I'm not giving you that type of play right back, I'm just being respectful to you and friendly, but you cross the line, like that's different. But now if you
But
respect
men do that to women all the time.
yeah, I agree. And they
That's
real
a double
disrespectful.
standard.
And they real
Yeah.
disrespectful. No, I'm
Agreed.
not. I'm not agreeing with men do it. They real disrespectful. They out of line for that. Like I chill with the homies and they be like, yeah. Every time a woman, a fly chick,
Yeah,
or
they don't
even,
care if you with a
yo,
dude or not,
they'll
or a
walk
A fly
girl.
chick.
every time you see a
Yeah,
fly chick walking to the block is yo, and then when the fly chick don't respond, it's fuck you, bitch. They start
you
violating, right?
ugly
I
anyway.
don't agree with that. I don't agree with that either. What I'm saying is, if you ask me respectfully, yo, you get down, and I'm like, nah, and then you respect it after that, it's all good. But if after I tell you that you still trying to violate me, then that's disrespectful. Like I don't respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I have a question for Rich.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because you are a gay man, what is your, like, what do you feel? Because you already had a situation where someone that was your friend or associate, they took it too far.
Well,
And,
mm-hmm.
huh?
You say Anne?
No, like they took it too far. Now, what, okay, they took it too far. What, like, how do you feel right now? Like, how do you feel as far as, well, we all know that.
Wait, am I missing something? What happened?
Yeah, what did happen? Can I get the tea?
Right. I'm like, okay, they took it too far, and they
Rich,
took it
what
too far,
happened?
and where
Because
did they go?
tell the story and the explanation after it. Like,
Right.
You want to understand the question?
Oh yeah, like how do you feel? Because you still show us, you show Black women love. It's just that, like, do you feel that people took how your situation and took it out of context to spin a narrative against you?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
So if you think about it, let's go back.
Mhm.
Richard is born, right? I don't have no issue with nobody in the
Oh
world.
shit.
Richard goes to school. Richard is picked at.
yeah.
We grow up in the
We
world,
go.
and hold on, How's then we grow up in the world, and now I'm befriending people, right? And friends have arguments, and you use the basic things like "fuck you," stupid or stuff like that. But now you're being disrespected on something that you really can't change or control, and you don't know how to really argue with somebody else about that because they don't have the same experience as you. So it's not on equal arguing field. So now you're being called a faggot or a homo, and by a
Oh.
by a straight. Hold on, wait, y'all, I ain't done with by a heterosexual young lady who you can't equally go after about her sexuality because her sexuality is not looked at as something that is not accepted or something that you want to hell for, like they like to tell you. So
Mhm.
growing up and having that issue, when I would argue with women, particularly Black women, because those are people that I'm around, I'd have to go for something else because you have now said faggot, homo, all of these different things that I can't really control and don't know how to argue about. So now I have to talk about something else. And I've learned that I can hit other areas that'll penetrate even differently. So
Do you find that you're talking about their
hold
appearance?
on, I ain't done. Wait, ask me that in a minute. Because
Okay.
I'm old and I will forget what the fuck I said.
Okay.
Hold on to that
I'll
question.
remember my question.
So now I'm 35 years old, and I have a friend that is 36 that looks 40, and we are having. There's been a situation where you play with your homegirl, and all words that you guys that we play with are bitch and yes bitch, fuck you girl, kiss my motherfucking bitch, I'll take your man. All of those things are acceptable when you're playing. You say it to me, I say it to you. It's all on even playing field. There's a
Mhm.
situation that comes up and you're drunk and you be like, get your faggot ass out of here. I
Oh
let
no.
them off and I say, girl, don't play me like that. I don't like that, similar to somebody saying, don't don't call me a bitch. I don't like that. So if you do it again in the heat of an argument that you started, and the first thing out your mouth is you fucking faggot, then what am I supposed to kind of say after that?
Mm.
So there was no respect there. So I started talking about ovaries that couldn't produce children. But
Oh.
people would say you took it too far. How?
Damn, you took it too far, bro.
How?
Nah.
How?
I don't feel like that's taking
I
it too
don't feel he
far.
took far at all. She came at his neck, he came at hers. That's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that
I agree.
was.
I agree. I'm fucking with the bro. He know I'm fucking with him.
And
Nah, yeah, I agree. I agree.
and
He came
even
at her equally, equal rights. Equal rights matter.
Yeah.
uh,
Equal rights matter.
And
even
you can catch this, you can catch these hands equally
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I mean, if you
Exactly.
that
Because
energy, you should be able
she
to
knew
take
what
it.
she was doing. She knew
Yeah,
what
but
she was
He
exactly.
saying.
was trying to
She
hurt
was
his
aimed to
feelings.
hurt.
Right. It's
but the
about the
spin
intent behind your words.
right. But the spin is I didn't initiate the argument, nor did I initiate her anything for her to call me out my name. it was a text message that came through after an argument that was supposed to come through when I wasn't answering the phone prior to even arguing. So that message was coming through, but because I answered the phone to argue, the text message came up when I hung up after the argument. So she was calling me that way before we even got into an argument.
Oh wow.
Disrespectful. So now I haven't been able to take my foot off her goddamn neck because of that. And the only reason, it's not even the word per se, because I wasn't really upset. I was more so shocked that she would do that again and we were supposed to be friends. So that's why I've been eating her ass up. But that's the problem when it comes a lot of the times between black men and gay black men. I think that even when it comes to trans women, certain black women are so like my girl Fairy said, homophobic in a sense, and they just can't understand it. I don't know why.
Yeah. And that's why I said what I said. It can't come off as being homophobic because I don't hear black women saying, "Oh, this gay girl or this lesbian bitch," or you know. I haven't heard it. I'm just saying I haven't heard it, but you.
I haven't heard it. Yeah, I haven't heard it.
It's the same thing that heterosexual.
I'm not gonna lie, I heard it, but not as much.
Fair, what you say?
Yeah, same. I haven't heard it as much, but as a gay girl, I feel like a lot of times we don't hear that just because our relationships are not taken seriously, period.
Right.
It's seen as not a real sexuality. It's a temporary type thing, you know. Yeah, it's a phase, or she fake gay, or she just having a phase or like whatever. So it's not, you don't really get that same vitriolic like animosity that gay men face, because you get what I'm trying to say. Because as a man, the worst thing you could do is be feminine, but if you're already a girl and you're gay, then shit, you don't offend the culture too much, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And they sexualize lesbians. Like, it's not,
of course,
they don't take, like, if you're a girl and you go out down the street with another girl, guys don't respect the relationship because they just feel like they can just like snatch you. Yeah,
like whatever. Yeah, of course. 100%.
Yeah. But that's pretty much my thing, like my gripe with everything. And it's like, is gay men only good to be an accessory to some black women?
Like the GBF, the gay best friend.
Yeah, like he a good Judy, or you the good Judy, and he's only good to do your makeup and your hair and tell you if your boy, if your man, he got a little sugar in his tank, or to go out to go shopping, or go. No, he's, at the end of the day, a gay man will still always be a man first.
100%.
He's a man regardless of the fact, because as I keep saying, when all of us, we all black, when we get stopped by the law, they're not going to say, "Hey, are you gay? Hey,"
right?
No, they're not. They're going to deal with you accordingly to how they feel.
Let me know if you can suck dicks so I can beat you harder.
That's why I'm like, wow, okay. And you have a lot of women that be like, "Oh, I got a gay best friend, I got this," but yet the same ones that do that let her get in an argument with her gay best friend. He's no longer her friend.
That's the same thing with white people when they say they got a black friend.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yes, that's what it is.
Familiar.
Yeah, it's just like they want to be diverse, so they'll have one and say, "Yeah, this is my gay friend. This is my GBF, like like an accessory, like a pocketbook or whatever."
He's cool as long as
it's not like
he got to stay in his place.
They're gay fans.
I don't personally
say those RuPaul quotes.
I don't think that all. Of course, not all black women think like that, but the ones that do, okay, even the ones that don't think like that, it's still an underlying suspicion when it comes down to, the question is asked, if your son was gay, you know,
How would you
how
feel?
you feel. And a
Hmm.
lot of them will say, I don't want a gay son. And it is not because for safety issues. It's usually for other reasons, and they don't really accept that. So my thing is, if you aren't comfortable with having gay kids, then how could you really be comfortable with me or respect me as your gay
Ex-
friend?
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
There you go.
Woo.
You hit it right on the
100%.
head.
And if you don't respect it, then why? Like, what is really the underlying reason other than what people have brainwashed you to think?
But why would you even want to be friend if you really have like a problem like that with your son and stuff being gay? Why the hell would you even want to bother with trying to invite or kiki with a gay
Mhm.
man or a lesbian woman or a bi girl? What you want to get into that world for if you're not even really here to support? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck
Right.
you.
I think the curiosity is there. Like people want to know what's up. What like, oh, he's gay but he's funny. I kind of like him. As long as I don't think about, him taking it up the ass, then I'll be his friend. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
they keep like a disconnect, but just they don't see them as completely human.
Hmm.
It's like a pet. This is my dog. This is my gay best friend.
It's like
Hmm.
they accessorize a gay man more so
Yeah,
than anything.
100%.
Like they keep. Oh,
I
I
feel
could go to
like
him
you
just
get
for
it worse
mental.
than anything, whether you a
I could
straight
go to
man,
him for.
gay
I
man.
could go.
I mean, not about
Just,
the black
we could
females get it worse than
whatever.
everybody, but when it comes to like parenting or sexuality or just being there, period, men get a lot of pressure for that because it's like they were saying in the chat, when you have a gay daughter, it's okay. It's not that it's okay, but it's more acceptive versus you
It
having a
is.
gay son. If you have a gay son, it's just more like, yo, why the fuck this little nigga so fruity, or who the
Right.
fuck who
Because
fucked up?
misogyny
Was it
is
me
the
or
base
you?
of all that.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
The worst thing is to be feminine because a woman is a second class citizen.
Exactly.
Mm.
Word
Well,
up.
Well, that's why I be beating people the fuck up. I don't got
Right. I know I am. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
that's why I don't got time. And that's why I learned how to physically fight
Yo,
and
stop being
verbally.
arrested, Rich man. We want you
Now
out
you
here on
gotta be ready to fight. You gotta be
now.
ready.
Rich be his rap be gone, man. He began to rest. He began to some shit,
And I'm
man.
quite sure he had all right to too, because some people need to
Yeah,
get
exactly.
Rich,
popped inside their fucking head. It's true.
keep your freedom, brother. Fuck these haters, you heard?
No, I can't.
Let somebody bother Rich. I'm taking flights. Just let them know you got family in New York. I'm ready to get on a
I'm
flight.
going to
You
New York,
dig?
actually.
I'm just
Yeah,
letting you know, Rich.
yo,
You got a problem with a female. I'm putting my Timbs on and I'm catching flights.
yo, the
It
sis
just
Juicy
blows
came
my mind
like,
how people can
the
just
sis
like
Juicy
do
was
that.
listen. Don't get her kindness confused. She sounds sweet up here, but yo,
Oh,
she
Juicy will
hood.
fuck you up.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
get it
yeah. She
twisted.
gangsta. She hood, man. Listen, Juicy don't play that shit, man. So, she
She
don't
go
play.
hard in the paint.
Yeah, especially for
The
people
real one, though.
I generally have a love for. I'm
For
going
real.
like that's why I wanted to have this conversation with y'all because I love my gay men. I love my gay women. I love all of it. I love my black people.
Yes.
Damn, what about me?
Mhm.
Yeah, oh yeah, man.
The hell with
Okay,
you,
you
hot
said
shot. Ain't nobody worried about
you said my black people. All
But
right. Listen, I love all of y'all for being respectful, being mature, and being real intellectual in this conversation. Like, there is very few people that could do what we just did. We coming from all different walks of life. You know what I'm saying? All
Mhm.
different types of identities, and we brought a lot of educational pieces to the table that was missing. That a lot of people keep missing out on their chats, on their platforms. Bigger people, you know what I'm saying? They missing the bigger picture, and they just divisive about the whole situation and contradictive. Because if you rock with one side and you feel like it's no good for it to be called to one side, then you need to rock with that on all aspects abroad. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
don't just do
yeah,
it for the straight
Stand
man.
on it.
Don't just do it for the gay man. Don't just do it for the straight female. Don't just do it for the lesbian. Do it for everybody abroad. If you don't think this is right on one aspect, then that means you shouldn't think this is right on that aspect. You shouldn't say,
Mhm.
I called you a faggot because you called me a bitch or vice versa. No, you should say what you said was wrong, and I'm not going to stick to that level and call you. Now, if you're in a roast battle, fine, say whatever the fuck you want. You roasting each other, but if you sticking by your belief and what you stand for, you can't stand for one thing and not stand for the next if they're both positive.
Mhm.
You know
hmm
what I'm saying? Like you, if they're both positive, but they're divided between certain groups, whether it's ethnic groups, whether it's gender groups, whether it's identity groups, you got to stand for what you stand for, which is the truth and which is what's righteous. But stand for it across the board. That's where I'm coming.
Exactly.
Yeah, and not only that, I can't see for us as a black woman. I'm mad at I'm mad at a black gay man for sleeping with a man, but I'm having dicks thrown at my face consistently. Like,
Whoa, whoa.
I'm just saying. I'm just giving an
They
example,
throwing them?
huh?
I'm gonna
They
hurt her.
throwing
I'm
them?
just saying, like, like the same mouth that you want to sit there and talk about a black gay man and be disrespectful to him, but you're sitting here, you're Sally on the corner. No,
Right.
you can't do
Yeah.
I
that.
wish it was a bi gay guy in here because it was I remember when I was before I was in the relationship that I am now, I had talked to
Yo,
this
that shit, a
guy.
bi gay guy would turn the whole panel upside down. That shit be
Yeah, that's why I said
not
because
no
I'm a
discrimination.
bi. It'd be one in each. We got two,
I
a
respect it,
lesbian, a gay
but a lot
man,
of
and
people
then
won't
we have
respect
a
it.
get bi girl, and then we would have a bi dude.
Nah, this is
Yeah.
good. This is good enough. But what I'm saying is, I would
Women,
love to have a
Happy
different point.
Pride, y'all.
But a lot of people won't respect that because they feel like you playing the females. Like if you're
no,
gonna stick to something.
we
But
need
listen,
motherfuckers
to each
up
his
there
own.
that don't agree.
To each his own. I'm not discriminating on nobody.
We
You
all
choose.
up here agree. We need somebody up here that don't
I
agree.
can't say you don't
Yeah,
like
There
females,
you
and I
go.
can't say
yeah,
you
Somebody
don't
that
like
don't
females.
agree.
yeah. Somebody
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
don't agree.
that'll bring
Please,
some heat.
somebody be homophobic,
yeah,
please.
cause you like
Anybody
what you like.
homophobic out here?
It's like going back to the discussion of whether you were born gay or did you pick up gay along the way. So you can't
Right.
tell somebody what they like. You can't say, "Oh, you fucked up for liking man and female," because you don't know what that person's attracted to. You don't know what tickles their pickle. You don't know what makes them, aroused. You don't know what. So you can't say, "Yo, that's fucked up that you like both." What can they do about that? It's like you saying that's fucked up for being gay. Hey, you fucked up
Yeah.
for being gay. They can't do nothing about that. That's how they was born. That's what they grew up to be. You know what I'm saying? Like
Fairy,
you
talk
can't change
about
that person.
Shorty that we was talking about
Oh
earlier.
yeah. So Divine sent me this video earlier today, and I think this girl's name is like Jacqueline Hill, and she is a black woman.
Jesse Hill.
She is an ex-gay. She goes to like universities and preaches about. She's an evangelical Christian,
Hmm.
and so she goes to different colleges and like teaches, and basically her belief is that yes, she was born gay, but because she believes in God and because gay is, not right, she is
That's a
married to a
whole
man and she's pregnant with her
but
third child.
it's interesting. It's
But she
interesting.
still thinks that she's gay. She thinks that while she thinks that sometimes God can change your sexuality. So a little bit of conversion therapy right there. And yeah, she basically is like, yes, I'm attracted to women. Yes, sundress season is hard for me, but because I love God, I'm going to, marry a man and basically deny myself what I really like. And I just found her really interesting because like it's just so fucking sad. I'm like, damn.
So
Like she
she
just
tried to pray it away and it didn't work.
yeah, well, yeah, she basically prayed it away. Like she was young and she kind of went through a lot of, trouble and trials and tribulations. And she had a girlfriend and she was doing like drugs. And she said that God spoke to her and said, you need to change your ways. And basically, she thought that meant, I have to be straight. I have to, have a man and I have to have babies.
But she's still gay in her heart.
Yes, but she says that she's still gay in her heart.
How that work? Make it make
I
sense.
I don't I don't know, but
Yeah,
my sister. Like I said, when I was between my teens and my early 20s, I experimented, and my sister, she was full-fledged gay, cause
hmm
and I told her that I think you might have those tendencies when she went away to Job Corps. And she came
hmm
back and was like, "Oh, I got something to tell you." I was like, "Yeah, anything you tell me, I already knew." And that's when she came out and she was like, "I'm gay." I said, "Okay, like you're my sister. We sleep in the same room. You don't think I know that you
Yo,
you, you know?"
each one teach one. We all play a real big role in everybody's lives, right? Especially when it comes to our family and friends. Like this is why a lot of people commit suicide. They don't get the support that they expect to get from their family members and their friends. They get, criticized, or they get,
Yeah.
homophobia right
And
away.
ostracized.
No,
Yeah,
she was getting all
oppressed.
of that from
You
the
know,
bottom.
a lot of lesbians. I don't know if y'all heard about the case, about the lesbians getting killed in Great Adventures, just because they was holding hands, and a group of straight dudes was mad at it, and they started calling them all kinds of fucking lesbians and derogatory terms and shit, and so they retaliated with, you know, verbally, and got killed, got beat up to death. So, um, I take blame for the heterosexual male community for shit like this, because it's disgusting. Like, everybody should be able to
Yeah.
live their life, you feel me, the way they want to live it, or the way they feel how they was born to live it. But it's a real big it's a very big wide group of people that's I wouldn't even say homophobic all the way. It's just ignorant to the whole topic, so they don't, instead of educating themselves on it and try to get a better understanding, they refer to, oh, fuck it, I don't agree with it, it's disgusting, and that's it, bottom line. But they don't want to educate themselves on the background and the backstory of what, you know, gay people had to go through in order to even have a voice or to be accepted in society, because it's a very sad lifestyle from what I've heard and for what I'm seeing, you know what I'm saying? So when you see a
Right.
happy gay lesbian or happy, you know, gay dude, it's like, damn, they made it through all that shit. They made it through that whole war like that. You got to give them props, and that you got to give credit when it's due. So a lot of people don't. It's just like, yo, go die. Like, it's some real horrible shit going on. So
Right.
you gotta acknowledge when people make these type of comments towards the gay community, and you know, people like Armand get bashed because he's talking about it, but he's talking about it because he's been attacked so many times. So at this point, it's like certain type of people have bashed me, but it's not a whole group of people. You can't call out a whole group of people on no topic, because everybody in the world is different. And even if you say like all Spanish or all white or all black people, that's not true. That right there is
Right.
false. Is a false comment, because not all black people feel the same, not all Spanish people feel the same, not all white people feel the same. Some white people feel the way we feel, and they fighting for the cause. And then there's some white people that is completely against it, and they racist as fuck. So
Like Jeffree Star.
right,
Ooh, girl.
Yeah.
I said it.
Mhm.
I fucking said
hey, say that
it.
shit, baby. Say that.
And also, too, people should kind of correlate what happened in back in the 50s and 60s when people were try to fight for equality, and when interracial couples were trying to get together and they couldn't
Right.
get married, and there were certain things they would literally kill you for that. So you got to kind of look in perspective when with gay people as well. They had to fight to get married. They couldn't even get medical coverage under each other's name. They've been together for years.
Very true.
Right now, the 45 is trying to stop the law for gay people rights. I think
Mhm.
he just did something with the medical coverage.
No, that's it's covered.
For
You know what's
trans
crazy?
rights, I think.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to hear Rich. Go ahead, Rich.
It was covered. The law. I don't know the proper terminology to use. But it's covered, so it can't be changed. Obama put a law out that governs it not to be changed, and it won't
Exactly.
be changed. So
Yeah, like you can't be fired from work from being gay.
Mm-mm.
Something like that.
Okay, so what about the medical thing? They isn't he trying to stop something like that?
that's the same thing.
Yep.
Okay,
It falls
okay.
under the same
I
umbrella.
think he was I think he was trying to stop trans people from being able to get certain coverage in order to fulfill their transition. I
Okay.
think I think he was trying to mess with something like that, like
No,
so your transition wouldn't be covered by like insurance or something like that.
no, I don't think you. I don't. I think it was more. I think he was trying to. From what I read, I could be wrong. It was more so allowing employers and everybody else to discriminate against.
No,
Even
he did that one too.
oh, it was another one.
Yeah, it's another one. Yeah, he's trying to take everyone off of it's some type of care.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's
Yeah,
what
it's
I'm saying.
not to change the convo. Says Miss Tico says she would like to hear what solutions the panel has on how to bring unity moving forward towards the
Oh, we're
like.
gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna
Right,
get there.
cool.
I have something that I would like to have your opinion. I had got some comments from off of Adrian Expression. and Funky Neva comments from either YouTube and IG. So I just want to get your opinion on what some of the people were saying, because like I said, since for the past couple of weeks now, people have been having this conversation, and I'm happy to have this conversation and this dialogue, because this is something that needs to been, it should have been had from a long time. It shouldn't have to wait to now. And then I guess we can dive into some solutions and stuff, but I'm just gonna pull that up really fast, and y'all can see it on the screen.
Yeah,
Okay.
we see.
So pretty much it says, I think honestly, most straight black men don't care. I think that it's an intense peer pressure to be homophobic because so much was taken from black men historically and still is today. That all black men had was in masculinity. So for some, when they see a gay man or a trans woman, it rattles their core when they see someone who they view as voluntarily giving up their black masculinity, that plays into the cowboy gang mentality in which they kill of their own. It's all about brandishing their black manhood.
Wow.
So what is your thoughts on that?
Stupid.
Who you talking to?
Everybody. I'll start with Rich.
All right.
I think it's stupid. I think there's no reasoning behind the nonsense. It's all learned behavior. There is absolutely nothing that you could tell a white baby that is brought up in a community that loves black people. When they grow up, they're going to love black people as well. It's no different than them being raised in a community that hates black people. They're going to grow up and hate black people. But children aren't born homophobic, and they're not born racist. This is all learned behavior. It has nothing to do with them stripping us of our masculinity. They've stripped us of our skin color for years, and we are still fighting for that. But not yet we're denying being black, or we're trying to kill somebody else that is black for being black. So it has nothing to do with that. I think people are just fucking stupid. Just like whoever wrote that motherfucking comment is stupid. Not masculinity. Masculinity is the reason why a lot of our black men are killing each other.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It has nothing to do with them killing my motherfucking fat ass.
that's a fact.
I'm so here for Rich. I'm so here for him.
They're trying to kill my
Nah, he
faggot
was speaking some real shit though.
because they trying to kill my faggot ass because it was hard, but it was wrong. That's what they were for. That's why they trying to kill my ass.
Yo, Rich, don't worry. If you come around my hood, man, just holler at me, man. I got you. Ain't nobody
Rich,
going
what?
for
Rich know his own when he come to New York, but I'm just saying, anybody fuck with Rich.
I'm from Patterson Project.
Oh, he can handle
Oh
himself.
yeah,
He don't need
you heard
y'all.
it.
I used to chill in my Haven, St. Anne's, and Mitchell's. I ain't scared of none of these bitches to fuck on here.
Nah, Rich is gutter. Rich is mad gutter. He act like he in the shit.
I will purposely switch into the store across the street
I will
and
fight
tell the
him.
niggas in front of the store to stay in front of me.
Nah, you stab somebody
I
quick.
know
Rich.
that's
I ain't
right.
fucking with you, man.
Barry, how you feel? I wonder how you feel as a lesbian woman, a black woman, a lesbian
Wait,
black
can
woman.
you
How
put
you feel
that
about
back
that?
on the screen?
Oh, okay, I'm gonna put it back on the
the
screen.
comment?
Yeah, I want to read it
For
again
a
because
second.
that shit sound a
Yeah,
little
let me
old.
read it again.
It says,
All right.
I think
Okay.
honestly, most straight black men don't care. What you mean? I
No,
think it's an intense peer
right.
pressure to be homophobic because there's so much was taken from black men historically and still is today. That all black men had was their masculinity for some reason. No, so for some, when they say a gay man or trans woman, it rattles their core when they see someone who they view as voluntarily giving up their black masculinity. That plays into the cowboy gang mentality in which they
I've
kill.
never heard of this cowboy gang mentality.
Yeah, me either. It's all about finishing their black. Like, listen, I never heard about that shit either. I could agree to a certain extent. A lot of the shit that we still hold on to as men, black men, you know what I'm saying, is the masculinity. So I agree with that. But when it comes to the cowboy shit and all the other shit, I'm kind of lost on what he's talking about. There was no real cowboy slash gay men battle like that going on. Like there was a different battles going on, but not that one. I don't know what that is. A white dude. Who is this dude? I don't know what's his background because I don't
What did
see.
you say, Barry?
when they say they don't think black men don't care, they're meaning about what are they meaning about violence toward gay people?
Right, right. Like I
Is
don't
that
get
what
it.
they're
Like
thinking about?
because I care about violence, period. So I don't know
Mhm.
what you talking
Right.
I guess they trying
Um.
to say, from what I see, is saying that they trying to say that that's why people are so homophobic because
Yeah. I think. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
I think
about.
homophobia.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I agree with Rich where homophobia is like learned, and I also think that it's it's I don't know what it's like to be like a straight black man, but um
That's not helpful. Nah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be a straight black man. So it's like I can't tell you what it means to have like your masculinity affirmed or to have
Right,
like
right, right.
how you
I
present
appreciate that,
yourself
Queen.
to the yeah, how you present yourself to the world affirmed and
She
like
says real shit.
how you feel navigating through spaces safely if you are feminine or more masculine because I've seen black men that are too masculine, seen as a threat, and I've seen black men who are too feminine seen as a threat.
Right,
So
right,
it's like um it's no safe way either way. Either
right.
way,
Exactly.
you're
That
offending
was my
someone, you're too hood or you're too
word.
proper.
Word.
Or, you're too feminine, you switch too much or you don't switch enough. Like
Goodness,
so
I love you, Kid. Kid. Where you at? Like, I want to subscribe to you. I love exactly everything you're
oh,
saying right
I'm
now.
just Divine's friend.
I'm gonna-
I'm just
I'm
she's
gonna-
Divine's
supposed to be
friend.
starting a YouTube doing
I
critic
was,
reviews for
yeah.
movies and stuff
oh,
because
word?
Yeah.
her outlook on movies will blow. She had me questioning my fucking Harry Potter loving ass about
Listen, I want
Fantastic
to do a panel with
Beasts.
y'all too after this. I want to bring y'all on my panel and shit, and
Oh,
have like pretty
cool.
much a similar panel on my show because I love everything y'all saying. It makes a whole lot of sense. It's mature, it's respectful, and a lot of people got to listen to this shit. All of us, we all spoke some real shit, and if people listen to this shit more often and just pay close attention, they'll be more informed and not be quick to judge and put prejudice upon others.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Rich, I ain't got to say shit because Rich said it all. I'm.
Yeah, he did.
He
Rich,
said
And I understand.
everything.
I
He spoke.
understand that they mean. Yeah, they mean like okay,
Rich be
black
good
men.
the way what I'm saying. He be giving the raw. He don't sugarcoat shit.
Yes.
Look, let me tell you why. Because let me tell you why. If I didn't, I'd probably be dead.
Mm.
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 I
Mm,
literally had to understand who I was because a lot of people were telling me that who I was wasn't accepted. And for the life of me, I
right.
couldn't really understand why. Like, why? Why me? Like, what the fuck? I don't bother nobody. So,
So, Rich, can I ask you a question just to clarify
you
this?
talk too damn much, Hasha. What?
yo,
Like,
he lucky I got love for him. He the only one that really
I'm
be violating me
crying.
like that.
I don't
Yo,
like. Why you? Oh my
yo,
god!
he stay violating though,
I am
y'all. Like,
not violating.
yo, I don't want to violate because niggas be like, yo, you picking on Rich. Like,
I don't care.
I can't take that too.
yo, Rich, let me ask you this though, just
Yeah.
to close this topic off. Because they gonna make videos after this show. So I want to close. I want to close this topic off at least and ask you this: if my girl was to if you was to call my girl fish and she was to call you a faggot, would you be mad? And is it the same thing?
Well, let me say I don't use that word. And then two, yeah, it wouldn't be the same.
Or
Uh,
let's just say no. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Let's just say you didn't call her fish. You called your best friend fish, and she heard and got offended by it. And then she called you a faggot after that. Would you? What would you say? Would it be the same or?
Mm.
Know what I
it,
mean,
yeah, no, it's not the same. And I don't use that word in either scenario. Your girlfriend, my best friend, I don't really use the word. Not that I can, I just really don't. Even around gay community, I don't really use yes, fish.
Hmm.
I be like, she look beat, like she is beat.
yeah.
I use
Why
Same.
would you say that word? It's so much other stuff that you can use that's in a more positive light. That's a terrible word. It's not a good
Yeah,
word at all.
I hadn't used that or I hadn't seen that used really much at all except for like in very uh like very rare cases or someone like she
Every time
looks
I heard
fish.
that word, somebody's about to fight. Every time I heard
look
that
beat.
word. Every time.
So fish, I feel like fish is
get it
used by
shaking,
older
maybe.
gay men. not really like younger gay men. And no, it's not the same because
Wow. Wow.
you're not suffering from oppression by the word fish or the word
Mm.
bitch.
You go.
When it comes down to the word faggot, you really can't compare the two. You can compare as far as using the word to, hit below the belt. You call
Mm-hmm.
me something that
Right.
I didn't like, and then I just called you something I know you don't like. But
Mm-hmm.
the dynamic is a little off because, bitch, I just called you fish to either uplift you or to talk about whatever I want to talk about.
All right, so you do agree? Do you agree or disagree that the word fish could be
I
used?
gotta finish my point.
Hold on. Quick question.
I
Because
was
I
saying,
yeah,
When I'm not
cut
done
you off,
answering your question.
Yo, do you agree or disagree that fish could be used in an endearment or
We talked about this earlier. You were part of the conversation.
I know, but people forgot. Damn, I forgot. I was one of them motherfuckers that forgot.
yo, you better be correct on here with Rich. He gonna get you together
Listen,
all the way.
please,
I've
good,
been drinking.
good meal to me. I want to eat some salmon right about
See what
now.
I'm saying? He talking about fucking family. I can't finish the question he asked. Moreover,
I got a serious question, Rich,
Dude,
as a black gay man.
you not no black gay man.
I said no. I'm saying you.
Oh, you sound good as fuck. If you
Trans,
Yo, y'all confusing the shit out of me, man. I can't reject.
I'm
sound
so
good.
fucking
Oh
dead.
man.
Oh, what I wanted to ask you.
Oh
I
man.
feel like my uncle is struggling with far as he feel like the way he felt back in the day when he came out, even though he was really, really bold and out and accepting his truth.
Mm-hmm.
And when he first came out, he don't feel like the family was as accepting as me as my mother.
Mm-hmm.
And he feel like now this is like this shit happened before I was born. But me, what can I do to like make him feel better and let him know that he's loved? Because at this point, my grandmother, who he got the biggest issue with, she don't give a fuck. She 85. She could care less about him being gay, straight, anything. She just don't care anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because she's just too old to even worry about it. So it's not an issue. So whatever way he may have felt back then, grandma just don't give a damn now. Like, you
But
know what I'm
see,
saying?
that's you saying that. But she hurt him because that was his biggest support right there. Like he wanted that okay from her, and she refused to give it to him, and
Mm-hmm.
she's taking that to the grave. He's in order for that to heal, she has to accept it, and until she accepts it, he's always gonna feel no matter how much,
Ostracized about her.
no matter how much you do for him, your mama, everybody around. It's her. He wants that acceptance for her.
But how can I like I can't make grandma like because you know how old black southern women are. They say what they say and they mean it. And it's not that she don't love her son. At the time, she just didn't really care for what he was doing.
Oh, that's his
And
mama.
yeah, this is his grandma. This is my grandmama.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm talking about.
his mama, your grandma.
Yeah, my mama is his sister.
Oh, this is his
Oh,
mama.
his
This
sister.
his mother.
Hell, girl,
Yeah.
that's
it's her
different.
uncle.
I thought it was
Yes.
her
Okay,
mama.
okay,
No, it's my uncle.
No, she's got. Oh,
She
yeah.
gonna
You
have
see what I'm saying? It's messy as hell. And I'm sitting up here trying to give my uncle some reassurance and let him know like I can't make that go away. But you loved and I love you with all my heart. I don't give a damn what your sexual preference is. I'm in here with you. I'm the bee in this bitch. I can't make grandma. I don't even know if she remember that she hurt him. Like, you know what I'm saying? My granddaddy is gone and he feel like grandpa accepted him. You know what I'm saying? And now only thing is left is grandma and his brothers and sisters. And my family is from the Bible Belt. They Bible thumpers. One of my cousins got married and nobody came to her damn wedding. Like, it's bad. And I'm just like,
Why didn't they come to her
cause
wedding?
she gay, and
Oh.
she didn't know. I'm not one of them type of people that be like, oh, I'm bi and I'm here. If you ask me, I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to hide it and I'm not flaunting it. You know what
See,
I
let me
mean?
say,
So,
I've been in his situation. Not to cut you off. I've been in his situation.
mhm,
I'm a little bit. I'm not gonna say evil, but I'm a little
mhm.
bit more black and white
He
because
evil too. Oh my god, he was bad.
but not like that. Like I'm a little bit more black and white when it comes to certain things like that because it's not like something I'm deciding to be. I
Right.
can control this shit. So for you to sit there and try to blame me for something I really can't control, it's like nobody's blaming you for you being
Mhm.
straight. I don't think it should be done to me. But because it is, my mother. I was like, mommy, once we had this conversation because she was on a situation like that, we
Mhm.
kind of always love you, but I don't really like that. And I really had to ask, I'm like, well, what is it that you don't really like? Because you said it yourself that you've had gay friends and it was all loud gags and giggles. So now that I am, um, which I don't really understand why you really couldn't see that. I was just as gay as fuck. Like, you was
Mhm.
denying. Um, but now that is out there, there's an issue. So I literally had to. There was a gay. She would say like things like sissy and gay and fag and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not to me,
Mhm.
but just in general, like something you see on TV. And I would be offended by that bullshit. I'm like, I would look at. I wouldn't say nothing. I would look at her like,
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
she would do shit like that. Cousins did it. And I literally was walking down the street in the Bronx one day and by the courthouse where we used to live. And this gay boy was walking by. I was like, Mom, you see this gay boy? She was like, yeah. I was like,
161, baby.
shut up. I was like, do you know that him walking down the street, they would disrespect him, throw shit at him, call him all kind of faggots, sisters and punks and everything out of his name. She was like, really? I was like, yeah, that's what they do to me. And my mother is very overprotective. So once
Mhm.
you realize that they do that to you, yeah, you do it to them. So her whole mind changed. And then I took it up a notch. I was like, Mommy, I'm getting married. You gonna come to my wedding? She was like, hell no. Baby, 2 years after that, I asked her the same question after getting in her ass here and there, like respectfully.
Mhm.
I was like, you coming to my wedding? She was like, I'll be there.
Mhm.
I think,
I
and
have a similar
Progress.
hold on.
experience.
But to wait, hold on, boo. But to really like answer your question, is your grandmother senile or is she just older?
She's just an old woman.
Oh, then
And
you
it's she just you know how when
no,
black women get older and they just stand in their conviction, they say what they say, that's it. And I just don't feel like she feel like backtracking saying, oh Mark, I'm sorry
yeah,
and da da da. Da. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't think she mean it like she wanna hurt him. She just like that's so old. What is you so upset about? Like you know what I'm saying? I don't care no more.
he has to sit down with her without y'all, or maybe if it goes left, maybe with y'all, and
Hmm.
she has to either apologize and say I accept you, or their relationship just not going to be as close knit in these last stages of life.
And that's what I'm worried about. Because my grandma, oh, she closer to passing away than this, And I'm just like, I don't want him to have that on his spirit. Because he love his mama. You know what I'm saying? And I want grandma to understand she hurt him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to take responsibility for what you have done. And the reason me and him is so close is just because I told you I never saw him as anything else besides my uncle. Cause no, I ain't about to sleep with nobody. I don't even care. Now that I'm older and I'm grown, yeah, we can have a kiki and he can tell me about who he slept with and stuff.
Uh-uh.
But when I was younger, he was just my, funny, crazy uncle who used to take me out to the movies and stuff. And me and him had a real connection because he felt like because I use a wheelchair, so he felt like
Mhm.
I was different and he was different. So he made it his goal to make me feel normalized as possible because I'm going to be judged because of something that I can't physically help, just like he can't physically help being gay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Fairy. I know you guys say something. Let me say one thing to what she said before I hate to interrupt. Um, my nephew is 11 years old,
Mhm.
and me and my sister, we've been through, the unaccepting kind of thing. Like she's known me to be fighting and shit for crazy shit. So my sister knows me. My
Mhm.
mother knows me. But what I wanted to try to kind of break the cycle between that like toxic masculinity
Right.
and that openness between the gays and the heterosexual black man. I make sure I tell my nephew, even at an earlier age, so that he wasn't unaware of who the hell I was, and it was no secret.
Mhm.
At the age of like 5, 6, and up, I was telling him, I was like, I ain't gay. He didn't understand what that was, but I explained to exactly what the fuck it was. And then I also explained to him that it's not necessarily something that you might turn out to be or that you want to be. But if you
Mhm.
do understand what it is and understand that you're not going to be judged. I think at that age, he actually said, I actually like girls. I was like, well, okay, well, that's fine. I said, but if you don't, it is okay. You understand? And if you got a problem, you come to me. And then I also informed him as he got older, now his body's changing and his mind is changing. He think he a little fucking man and he think he the man of the house. I'm letting him know, when he says certain like gay things, I check his fucking ass. I check him like a gay man. Like a gay man gonna whoop his ass if he don't get checked by me. So I let him know. I was like, I don't like girls. He was like, that's gay. I was like, it absolutely is. And is it a fucking problem, bitch?
I know that's right.
I spoke to him just like that. He was like, you don't have to call me no bitch. I was like, it's either I'm gonna call you the bitch or somebody else can call you bitch, but you're not gonna disrespect me. He was like, I don't have a problem with it. I was like, I'm making sure you don't have a problem with it. And you said them little bitch ass niggas in your school, you bringing back home this type of fucking mentality. It is not going to be accepted or tolerated here. You would not be disrespectful to gay men here, and you damn sure not going to be disrespectful to gay men in your school. And if you see any motherfucking body picking on somebody that's gay and feminine, you step the fuck in and stop it.
I know that's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it ain't got nothing to do with him sucking no dick.
Yes.
He like girls.
Yes.
But I want him to be that person because it'll start
Yeah, to
there,
break the cycle.
and then he'll have kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want none of that shit going on the fucking there. I might be dead and gone by then. I don't got time for shit to be no. So
It's
I'm
so
sorry. Karen.
Fair, you remember your question, boo?
I don't. No, I was just saying, like, I had a similar
Oh
experience. Like, I
yeah.
know, yeah, I had a similar experience. I think a lot of gay people have that,
Well,
where
tell me.
your parents don't really accept you, and like, I asked my mom to go to Pride, and she threw like an absolute fit when I was like 16, and like yelled at me and made me cry, and it was really dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
And she told my dad, and like my dad picked me up from school, and we went to Starbucks, and he was like, I don't want no lesbian taking care of me on my
Oh
deathbed.
shit.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's what
What?
he told me. Yeah, that's what he
What?
told me. That's what my dad told me. I don't want no lesbian taking care of me on my deathbed, and um you like girls and like all this stuff. And it was really dramatic and everything like that. And he made me promise him I wasn't gay, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gay, whatever. And yeah, I'm gay as hell. And
Yeah.
so like in at the end though, like even now, like me and my dad are best friends, like we love each other. I still live with my dad. As soon as I came back from Italy, like I'm still back at my dad's house. Like I love my dad to death. So I would never like it's gonna be a lesbian taking care of him on his deathbed. Like he's just gonna have to deal with it, like ain't no
Much
other
respect
choice.
to you, Queen, man. That's strong, man.
Yeah.
He ain't got no choice, but you be coming out of nowhere, Hot Shot, I swear.
You
He
already,
be like, yeah, go ahead, Queen. He be cracking me up.
yeah, that's the queen right there. She's speaking her truth, man. You gotta respect it. I'm listening.
Hot shot over here macking.
You
Leave Fairy alone. He really barking up the wrong
Stop
tree with
it.
that one.
Stop it.
I got a
Unless he
better
likes
chance
to
than
get
you do,
pegged.
honey.
You
Unless you
better
like to get
stop
pegged.
it.
Do you like to get pegged?
What?
Do you like to get pegged?
What
Can you
the
bend it
fuck is
over
she
for
talking
me?
about? No, she very disregard everything I just told you, baby.
Fairy ain't shit. You still on that quest, boo?
I'm still on the pegging
I
quest. I
forfeit.
mean,
I forfeit.
it's not
I'm throwing
happening.
in the
Men are not
flag,
into
baby.
it.
He said I'm throwing it. You got the whole chat cracking up.
Yeah, the flag. I can't fuck with
You
it.
better throw a fag on that play. You don't
I'm not
want
what
to.
you're
You don't
looking
want no
for.
part.
I'm not what you're looking for. I want no parts.
Have ever
That
tried
worked
it?
every fucking time, Fairy. It worked every time.
Yeah. It's
You
like I be looking
dig?
at men.
I
I be
peep
looking at
game.
men, and they'll be like, yeah, you're sexy. Like, whatever. And then as soon as I bring it up, they're like, oh, I'm freaky, but I'm not
Nah,
active.
man.
Cause she want to do it. It's not like no, she just saying it to
You
get it
gonna
out.
lose
No, she
out on
wants
a lot
to.
of sex with that bullshit.
Yeah.
A. Marie
But
is my favorite singer, Fairy, and you sound just like A. Marie.
Wait,
A.
what?
Marie,
Yep.
Yes.
it's that one thing.
Yeah, you don't sound like her. You sound like
She do sound like
you
she do.
That's my boo boo. I love Fairy. We be having some deep conversations. We like
I
both
kissed
of us are
Emery in the cheek, and
nerds
that's
as
worth
hell.
everything I love. I kissed Emery in the cheek because I knew somebody that danced for her, and I got introduced to her. But she don't like nobody kissing her in the cheek because she don't want to break out and shit. They was like, "Yo, don't kiss her, don't kiss her." I still kiss her.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I still kiss her.
That's rape.
I disrespected it. I forgot though.
What'd you say,
forgot.
Rich?
That's rape.
I forgot. I forgot
It
they was telling me not to kiss her. I was just
No,
when I
no.
saw her, she was beautiful in person. I'm like,
No.
oh shit, hey Marie.
No,
Personal
that's
Mwah, Marie, baby. You if you hear me, you know what I'm talking about, baby.
no means no.
I know you can kind of call it a kiss rape. I kiss rape.
It's not worth a breakout.
Oh my god.
But she ain't break out. I saw her video after that. She was
How
good
the
money.
fuck you know?
No means no.
I have
Yo, but she was receptive though. When I kissed her, she kissed me right back. Even though she told everybody, don't let nobody kiss me, but she still kissed me back. She knows she was feeling the kid. She couldn't resist.
Oh, give a nigga an inch, take him out. Just,
Right.
She couldn't
oh,
resist.
you a little
She
bit of
was feeling the kid right back.
yes,
Man,
y'all.
stop
She
it.
love the kid, huh?
I
She
shot.
did love the kid.
You sounded like another person who believed Beyonce is a cousin right about now.
Oh no, don't compare me to that witch, man. Come on, chill.
Oh Lord, not the Beyonce stuff.
Yeah.
Not Laverne the intern, man.
Laverne
Intern.
I have another. I don't know. Damn, this shit came up really small. God damn, my eyes.
Yeah, I can't. What the fuck?
I didn't know it was gonna be that.
Clock that shit say, man.
Hope they had a computer and not on their phone.
Baby, I read it out to y'all. Jesus.
This also goes back to slavery.
Oh, you can read it?
Yeah.
Little shine, little
You can read it, Barry. Read it out loud, cause I can't see that
Yeah,
shit.
Barry, read it out loud, cause
it's
I
a
didn't know it was gonna be that tight.
Fame versus opulence says, this also goes back to slavery. Black slave men were sodomized by their white slave masters in front of their own wives when they would act out. I believe it was called black breaking, but at any rate, they feel like they need to protect their masculine superior behavior. And then Noxy Roxy said, yes, buck breaking.
Buck breaking.
Then,
I think that's what it is. Buck breaking.
Yeah, buck breaking. Yeah, because they refer to black men as bucks.
Yeah.
In
bucks.
slavery.
The
Yeah,
fuck
because
is that?
they need black men to breed, and a buck breeds cows.
Oh, okay,
You know,
okay.
Yeah,
That's some
so
shit. I
they
learned
need the
something
black
too.
men to make more slave babies, of course. And music lyrics says, this whole masculinity thing keeps coming up, and there is definitely some truth to it. Even with a lot of gay bisexual men, they don't want a man unless he's masculine. Or anything short of anything feminine or soft, they don't want.
Well, even if you're straight and you're soft, they don't want you.
That's true. And then proceed with caution says, but who is the authority on depending on what things are masculine and what things are feminine? Why can't straight black men be also comfortable with women who identify as lesbians? But when it comes to gay black men, a lot of them can't take it. Why is there a need for black men to all be, and then it's kind of cut off?
Oh, damn.
Masculine, probably.
No comment. Nah, let me stop.
Who wants to embark on that one?
Well, I feel like it goes always when it comes to straight man. Even if you're soft and you're a straight man, they don't want you. You stereotype. You judge quickly as, oh, you too soft. You're not hood enough. You're not this. You're not that. You know what I'm saying? So even as a straight man, if you're a nerd, you could easily be classified as being gay. There is some feminine straight men out there. You feel
Bullshit, babe. Did anybody ever call you gay? You a nerd? Anybody ever call you gay?
Who?
Me?
I'm talking about me. You, Khalil. Have anybody ever called you gay? One time? When?
She talking to her boyfriend. She asked her boyfriend.
Because he a nerd. That's why he's a black man. He's a nerd.
Nerds too.
Yeah.
Listen, I believe in the nerd movement.
Yeah, I think nerds deserve rights.
They the motherfuckers running the world. They the motherfuckers running the world right now. We got technology.
He said because he used to hang around a lot of women, they assumed that he was gay.
Yeah, that happens to me too. I got a lot of female friends because
That's not the
a
point.
lot of
You
niggas be
gotta answer
hating,
the
so I
point.
prefer to
What
keep
is
a
Mm.
female on the
you
right and
gotta
the left
answer?
of me. But
Hot,
we get judged for that too. We
hot,
get judged for that too.
hot.
Yeah, that should not. But I mean, like, I don't know. To me, what's sexy on a man is when they not intimidated by another person's sexuality at all. He
Fact.
has he my boyfriend is the only man I have ever dated who doesn't care about nobody else's sexual preference,
Me and
man
him
or
both.
woman,
Me and
and
him
he
both.
just don't care. Like he will not treat a
I
man
don't give a fuck
that's
what you do with your
gay
life. That's just
different than he would treat like a straight guy that came around. He wouldn't treat him no
that's a
different.
fact. Yo, high five to your hubby, man. That's some real nigga shit, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody do with they shit.
Okay,
That's your problem.
but you didn't
That's
answer
your
what
business.
the topic was
Don't
about.
be
Yeah,
coming
Rich.
at my neck, Rich.
Yeah, Rich.
Oh, you are.
Nobody answered. No, Tasha, we basically reiterated what was said all day, but
Nah,
nothing.
you keep coming at my neck. I don't
No, because
appreciate
you
that.
didn't answer what was said about what you just posted. You literally just paraphrased it and started talking about masculinity, but you
I
didn't
don't
answer
appreciate that, Rich.
at
She
hand.
talking about her husband, and I can relate to that because
No,
that's me.
he went
I
off
got,
too.
you gotta listen what he said.
Nah,
You
nah, nah. I
gotta
appreciate
listen.
that.
That's the
Rich,
fucking
Rich, Rich
problem.
You
sucked
didn't address
Titanic.
what was talked about back in slavery when black men were literally raped in front of their mothers, their
Yeah,
grandmothers.
with no choice.
But you
Hush
didn't
up and
address that.
listen.
I'm listening.
But
Yeah,
you didn't address that. You didn't talk about how
Yeah.
you felt about that versus the why people are so hyper masculine now. You just
Right.
talked about how people were masculine in the hood, and you know how bitches and that. You didn't really go into what was being said. I want to hear it.
All right, so what you want me to talk about?
Oh Lord, Jesus, fix it. Jesus, fix it.
can I
You
say
been
something?
drinking?
Y'all been drinking watermelon.
Oh my God.
I've been drinking watermelon. I've been drinking watermelon, man.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, I kept it funky throughout the whole conversation, but right now, listen, I'm gonna get real ignorant. I mean, I'm gonna get real ignorant.
The thing is, um, I don't feel like that at this point has anything to do with um, anything as far as black men and how hyper masculine they are, or how they try to poke their chest out during situations because their ancestors were raped in front of. That happened so long ago
Yeah,
that
but we ain't see that shit.
That's true. That's
like
true.
that I don't feel like that has nothing to do in 2020.
So what has to do with it?
I don't know why I'm not a black
I think
super masculine man. I don't understand why men are just so hype. I just think it's an ego thing.
Mm-hmm.
They is a different group of people. Like I can't
Mhm.
right though, but I don't have an ego to the point where I can't understand the next person point of views
It's not
or
about the point of view. It's about the masculinity, like the over
yeah,
hype.
we feel like we got to keep a hold of that because it's been taken from us. Devon said when back in the slave days when we was raped and shit like that. Like Ferry was saying, it's been taken away from us. So when it comes to now us having a right and having a voice, it's like yo, the one thing that we could hold on to is our masculinity.
But
So
you
I
learn
agree to that to a certain
your
extent.
grandfather wasn't raped in front of his mother. Your great grandfather and the father before that wasn't,
I think
and you
really
definitely wasn't raped in front of your grandparents. So why? How do you feel like it's being stripped from you personally?
I just feel
I
like
think
it's pure
okay.
ignorance. That's
I
all I
think in
feel.
all okay.
I mean,
I
it's
think
stripped. It's
Wait,
stripped.
Fairy was.
I think
Yeah,
it is misogyny when it comes down to it. Because
I agree.
if you're gay, that means you get fucked. And that means you're more like a woman. And that means you are less than. You know what I mean?
No.
And I think that in society, because misogyny exists so strongly, that is why homophobia is so prevalent and why being masculine is seen as like the quote unquote best form of being a male.
Hmm.
That's what I think it stems from. Because again, like the worst thing you can do is be feminine.
Yeah.
If
She
you're a
got a
man,
point. That's a
the way
different. I
if
never
you're a
thought
man,
about it like that.
if you're a man, you can rape and still be seen as masculine. If you're a man, you can kill and still be seen as masculine. If you're a man, you can rob and still be seen as masculine. But if you're a man and you get fucked, oh no. No, no, no. Off with your
Hmm.
head.
Hmm.
I can see. Ooh. Now that's how you answer the question. he went on mute. He ain't got nothing to say now.
Why you gotta
He
do
done
that
went on
to
mute
you?
because she answered the question.
Maybe he's in the bathroom.
He ain't no goddamn bathroom. Hot.
Maybe he got to piss because he
I
just woke
agree,
up.
Ferry, and I want to say this though. A lot of the homophobia that comes from
He
straight
came out of
men
nowhere.
against, yeah, because listen, this is important. A lot of homophobia that comes from straight men to gay men is due to a lot of the straight women because of the way they say, "Oh,
Mm.
you was too friendly with that faggot."
Mm.
You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like they'll be like,
Mm.
you was too friendly with that faggot. Why you so friendly? You want to fuck him, shit like
The
that. Where,
insecurity.
where,
Oh,
where it was
somebody
fuck,
came to talk
yo,
now.
yo,
Oh.
it was fucked with our heads. Like now we going from friendly to territorial and from defensive. Where now we gotta fuck this faggot up. In their words, because
Mhm.
I've heard it, and
Mhm.
now we gotta fuck this dude up because the female feel like he's violating, even though if he's not. So now,
Mm.
according to the female's violation rights, we got to go do this dude dirty. So it's a lot when it comes to that shit. You know what I mean? It's a lot.
That's how you answer the fucking
Yeah.
question next time it get presented to you, hot shot.
Thank
What you
You
had to
you.
already
think?
know how I do, man.
That's really fucked up. Like I mean, I think I don't know what it's like to be a gay man again, but I've never had that fear of like if a dude has a girlfriend and I flirt with their girlfriend like in front of them, or if I flirt with
Oh
their
shit!
man in
Don't be
front of
sleeping with my
them,
girl now.
it's never an it's I've never been scared to. You know what I mean? But
Right.
I can imagine as a gay man that you could end up dead. You know what I mean?
That's
But
the
as a
crazy
gay,
part about masculinity too. Like as a
yeah,
female,
I never
we're
thought about that.
never our femininity is never, at question. It
Yeah,
is
and
what
it's
it
not a
is.
threat. But that's because they don't take you seriously. But it's not
Right.
a threat. You know what I mean? Because you're a woman, so it's like
Hmm.
not a threat. You're cool. It's you can you can kind of slip in. But as a man, like I never thought, well I mean I have thought of it, but it just puts into perspective like that is really a life or death situation. A gay man just can't flirt with like a man and he has a girl on his arm like that he's asking to get his ass beat, but a girl could do it and she could flirt with the girl and the guy and she'll probably get away. She
They
might
probably
still,
laugh it off if
yeah,
anything.
or like
Yeah.
have like a threesome joke or whatever,
Yup.
whatever, you fine and you fine,
Hmm.
But to
whatever.
piggyback off of that, Ferry, that you have a point because you know how when you know if you're a lady and you have a boyfriend, your boyfriend see you with a male, he be like, oh, who that dude,
Right.
and then the first thing you say, oh, he's my gay friend. So then the tone changes where he's like, oh, okay, all right,
Right.
he
He's
Yeah.
cool,
safe.
and I think when you hit it on the nail when gay men, because some gay men get fucked, because not all gay men, that's how you go into the top and the bottom conversation,
Right. Right. That's true.
but majority how they look at it is gay men get fucked, they get fucked.
Yeah. There's no in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's looked as he's on the same level as being a female or feminine and stuff like that. So when they're no longer a threat
Yep.
to a heterosexual male, so they like, oh, okay, well, you're good, but that necessarily like it like necessarily doesn't equate to that, because just because he's gay, like I said, he's still a man,
Yes.
And
and
you'll be surprised how some gay guys are curious too. They want to know what it's like and they want to experience it, and it might be your girl that's chosen. And some girls want to know what it's like to be with a gay
Yeah, it's
dude.
true.
It's a thing.
no, but
It's
I'm
both
about to
ways.
bust your head. There's a lot of women, and I think this is another thing what we need to get into, where I think when women kind of lash out at certain gay men, they really want to be with that gay man. but because he don't
Ooh.
he don't like what he like what you like, you kind of hold kind of a resentment towards him because he's everything ideally
Ooh.
That's
that you're
interesting.
looking for in a man, but because he
Mm-hmm.
like what you like, now you kind of lash out at him.
Hmm.
It's
Wow,
kind
that
of
is
similar
I
as a
that's
man look
interesting.
at a female that he want to get with, and
Mm-hmm.
he don't want him. So what he does? Oh, you a bitch, you a hoe. It's kind
Right.
of like the same ideal if you think
Mm-hmm.
about it.
That's why it's good to have
Well,
these
the hot.
conversations because I didn't even see it that way until you just mentioned it.
Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. My coworker. Hello.
That's about her daughter.
I'm sorry, y'all. It never fails. But yeah, I think that's what it is because you yeah, I know Rich because you are a handsome man.
You think so?
How are you handsome?
Thank you.
You know, you're a handsome man, and some women probably like, damn, he got it going on, but and they can't express how they really feel about you because you're a gay man. They know that you ain't
Yeah,
gonna
I ain't with that straight shit.
yeah. So
I ain't with this straight shit. I'm
Mm-mm.
so
so.
so in a sense, they probably be like they want to fuck with you because they can't be with you.
Right.
You think
Mm.
so? I think
I
that's
think it,
a small number of people.
because I think that's the same thing with the other gay men on social media. They like them because and they can't. It's something in their psyche as well that they can't get into either. It's like I said, like I keep saying, it's a whole umbrella of stuff that we have to deal with that we got to unpack.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But it is because I'm gonna tell you, like I said, I have a best friend that's gay. My
Mhm.
sister was in love with him.
Oh,
He
I feel sorry for her.
no, she was in love with him, and I shut my mouth and say nothing.
Oh,
And I was like, okay, she's gonna learn. They like the same thing. And she, oh, I love him. His lips is sexy. He's so sexy. He's so
That
and it
It's
was
sexy, all
my
right.
sister,
yep.
it was other girls. When we was in high school, all the girls flocked to him. They loved him. And he felt when he came out to his close friends, myself and some other friends, he was kind of fearful of how the men would feel and how the females would feel. But everybody kind of still embrace him because we still love him.
hmm
But I think the tables would turn, some people probably be like, "Oh, I don't want to be with that effing faggot." You know what I'm saying?
Especially
Like,
hmm
Right.
so I think that in the prevalence to that, that's probably what all some of the hate comes from some gay men or towards gay men, and because they can't be with that gay man, they wish the man that they after was kind of in the same category as that gay man. Because you see, some gay men they have this shit together,
I
while
was in,
as you see heterosexual men, they really they not they not up to par.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was
So
in,
I can see it in that perspective because, for instance, look at Armand. A lot of women like him because it's like the fantasy of him too. When he starts shaking his booty and stuff, they're like, "Oh, go, go, go!" They get excited. They can't
I
explain.
love a dude with a fat ass. That
oh,
shit's
I'm
sexy.
saying they get
uh-huh.
excited. They can't explain it. But whereas when he says stuff that bothers him, you don't like women. Oh, you okay? He said he didn't like women from the jump. But he didn't say he don't like black women. He never said he don't like that because of this, because of that. He don't like what you're doing to him.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think if I ever crushed on a gay guy. See, the thing is, I have dated a bisexual man before.
hmm
And he was a little bit, I guess you want to say, he wasn't like extremely feminine, but you could tell he played. So I just was like, when we were talking, because we were both bi, so we saw like each other's point of view. He
Mm-hmm.
was like, one of the things that he hate about dating straight women is that they was like, oh, I don't care if you buy whatever, but don't cheat on me with no dude. He was like, how about I just not cheat on you at all? How about we try that for a
Mhm.
size? Why in the world does it matter whether or not it's a dude or a girl? How about I just don't cheat on you? That's what you
Right.
should be saying. And I was like, I can't believe people stupid enough to even say stuff like that. I would never. I was like, I can't believe somebody would say, "Don't cheat on me with a dude." Why would you even encourage the fact that the person that you with, if you're trying to be with somebody, in a monogamous relationship, why would you assume that they would cheat on you? Period. You know what
Why
I'm
even get with the
saying?
person? First of all,
Yeah, like if y'all
Yeah.
going towards the same goal, cheating is cheating. So why in the world would you even
well,
assume
no.
that they're going to cheat, be it a guy or a girl? So
And if
why
you
would
Right.
it
feel like
hurt
it's
more
gonna
if
be
it's
a
a dude?
problem, why put yourself in that predicament?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like why
You
would it
seem
hurt more if it was
insecure
a dude?
anyway.
Because it wouldn't hurt me more. Out you go, girl or guy. I don't give a fuck. But I'm just like, why would
Exactly.
it? Why would it matter if it's a dude or not? You just shouldn't cheat.
Right.
Right.
I agree.
But it
But
would be a little
that,
more
I
confusing.
agree.
oh Lord. But I think that's some of the reason why there's like like a little problem amongst. Oh Lord.
Hi.
She said,
Hi, Nigel.
"Hey."
Hi.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Hi,
He was doing
baby.
he was doing
She let you know she is in here.
Well, she the next YouTuber, man.
It's so loud. It's not even funny. I'm so sorry, y'all. But
Nah,
I
you
think
good.
that's some of where, as on the stance of some women, is that this man you watch that is gay, you might want him.
Yeah.
You don't
I
know
think
how
that
to.
It goes both
I
ways.
agree.
There
Yeah,
are some
yeah.
women that want the gay men, and there's some gay men that want to be the straight women, and they want to have their lifestyle. So it goes both ways. So
But
that's
also too, you always hear you always hear a woman always say, "Oh, I could make him straight. I could make him straight," because she holds that to her, like, "Oh, because he's gay, he's not good enough, but I could give throw this coochie on him, and then
that's
you
just a female that feel like her pussy's on point. She got the power of the pussies. That's just
no, but I think that's what it is. I think that's
really
some of it because we try to we're like the whole like we trying to figure out a
a
like
medium.
a medium, like how we can work to unify everything, but
That's a fact.
some people gotta more so address themselves. Like I'm
Yeah.
I took all the responsibility for the straight men in the beginning of this video. So
I
it's y'all
think
turn.
women are oh my bad. I think women are conditioned to want to be desirable. So when a man is like, "No, I'm gay," it's like, "Oh, like your circuits have to like reevaluate, and be like, oh, I don't have to," because as much as you don't want to admit it, you do act differently with men you are attracted to, men you're not
Mhm.
attracted to, men you could see yourself having a relationship with, men you can't, you present yourself differently. You say different things, you comb your hair different, you do different things based on how you're going to interact in the world and who's going to see you. So I do think sometimes it's like you have like straight women will have to have like a mental shift of like, oh, this is not a potential mate. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because I think sometimes that's how your brain is meant to, like your brain is formed to function through society. Like men are supposed to see women as potential mates. Men are supposed to see women, or did I just say that? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm.
Like you're supposed to see them as potential mates back and forth. So it's like when you're when it's pointed out that that is not a potential mate, you're just like, oh, you know
Yeah, it's a
and if you're
challenge.
homophobic, sometimes that comes out as aggression.
Mhm.
So I think that's pretty much like a check off the list that maybe there's some questioning within some women that you like this person, but because of
That is wild that you brought that up
of
because I never thought about that.
no, but
What?
this can be some of
Oh
it
yeah.
because, like I said,
Mhm.
let's be real. I there's a lot of attractive, really.
Girl, you ain't gotta say attractive. Fine as fuck, gay guys.
Yeah.
Yes, they
I mean,
are.
I watch
Yes,
I
there are.
watch gay porn.
Damn, if
So
you be like, you know what? If you were straight, I will rock your world.
Yes.
These are some of the things that is said. So maybe it's a mental thing on that's messing with some females. So because they can't take
rejection,
they tend to lash out. Kind of similar to how straight men are with straight women.
yeah,
So it's
agree.
kind of the aggression on that side. So I look at it in that perspective, and that's something that's they're gonna have to fix on their own. Little coworker.
Rich, you ever have anybody try to hit on you like a straight woman?
Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't like it?
It made me feel uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah, but I
So
put
you ain't flattered by it at all. You like
Yeah, I don't like it.
Point blank period.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I'm not bothered by it, but I'm like, girl, go sit your ass down. You know I'm gay.
Right.
Go have several. I know you lying.
I guess
They
it's
know
an
lesbian
individual thing
relationship
because
over here.
some gay men don't mind.
Yeah, some women don't care.
Yeah,
as long as
some gay men don't mind. So, yeah.
I mean, I've been in school where I had girls grab my crotch. I don't like that.
Oh my God.
Then they were trying to take you.
But gay guys do that to straight women too. Be rubbing on your boobs and grabbing your ass. They do.
That's very true. I think a lot of gay men feel entitled to women's bodies because they're gay. They think that they're
not a threat.
Women, however they want.
Yeah, because I remember when me and my
some
friends,
women got fetishes on it.
Your little co-worker, she is not here for this. She not with the shit today.
What's the thing to hear her sing? This is not it for her. No. No, twinkle twinkle little star.
Nah.
You want to say
twinkle twinkle?
You want to say hi? You got stuck?
She said, "No, I want to say my song."
Say hi really fast and you can go. Okay, they can hear you. Say hi. Hi guys.
Hey.
They're not your babies. They're the grown people.
She said babies. No, she didn't.
Hi, my baby.
She's so fucking cute. I cannot. She do that when we be on the phone.
Control dolls. I'm so sorry, y'all.
She do that when we be on the phone talking. I be in tears.
Okay, then not gonna wait a minute. She really wants to have. Okay.
Hey, let her speak.
I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, but she made me mess up what I was thinking.
You know, lost your whole train of thought. It left the building. Her whole train of thought.
My whole train of thought because I'm telling her to stop it. Well, this is what y'all get, y'all. This is my channel for y'all. Okay, you are loud.
I lost my train of thought too. I had something to say and I forgot.
What were we talking
baby,
about?
the cuteness.
I'm sorry, y'all.
What y'all talking about last?
Guys touching on each other.
I had asked Rich how did he feel about women.
Oh, right. Yep.
And then Mary said that guys, gay men, kind of feel like they're entitled to touching us because,
right.
Nah, there's some women that like all that gay shit though. Don't get me twisted, because there's been women that been like, "Yo, I want to eat your ass." What the fuck you talking about? But yeah,
that's not gay.
No, well, listen, to each his own, but that's just
it's not.
That's not gay.
In the words of Rich,
that's not gay.
That's not gay, Hotshot. That is very nice.
No.
Don't say that up on here. You get cussed out.
Listen,
that's not gay.
I have a couple of best friends.
You're not into the ass play.
To each his own. Listen, I don't judge you. That's your prerogative. I'm good money. No, like listen, no. Like Rich says, no.
No,
you don't
not
wanna,
good because you tried it and you don't like
having
it.
Right.
I'm good. I'll pass.
What if that's the best feeling and you're denying yourself that?
And then I'll just be missing out.
But it's with a female. It's with the dude, so it's not gay.
You just need to find you a girl and
you need
to let her peg you.
That's an exit.
Fairy, shut up.
You don't think daggone Peggy.
That's her life goal right now. Just let her live her
That's an
life.
exit. Stop playing.
So let me ask you this, Hot Shot. So for $2 million, you will let her put
I
two,
don't ask me nothing.
because we
Don't
don't
ask
want to
me
hear it. For $2 million, you will let your girlfriend put her fingers up their ass.
For
Your
how much?
girlfriend.
2 million.
Oh, I thought you were saying for any money in the world. Nope.
No, for 2 million. Oh,
Cause you gonna break my virginity? No. You want her to break my
Take my
virginity and shit?
virginity. No, he
Take my
didn't.
manhood and all that?
Take
No.
it.
Oh my
man.
God.
Wait. Hold on. Hot
He
shot.
reverted right back to the bullshit.
Wait,
Man,
hold
y'all
on.
some
But
bullshit today.
you do know that that's how they check
Prostate.
your prostate. They gotta stick.
Now fuck
They,
that exam. Fuck that prostate exam shit,
and
man.
you might, you got
Well,
to
you
get it
have
done.
some
You
big juicy
creeping towards
balls.
40 is getting
I
ready to
bet Hot
happen.
Shot got a nice ass too.
Whoop, whoop.
Yo, you got me
You
sequel.
got like a little tight little
Chill,
booty.
chill, chill. Pause. You got me sequel in the chat. You got me sequel in the chat talking about how I shot
Very
you.
like guys with big
Bend over
booty.
real quick. Yo, that's my homie talking about bend over real quick. Yo, Mystique, what's popping, man? How you doing like that?
Now he want to talk to the chat. Don't fall for his shit, y'all.
I'm just
Make
trying
him
to see
make him answer the question at hand. Don't let him dodge that shit.
Y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. This is why a lot of straight dudes be like, fuck y'all.
a lot of
Challenge.
straight dudes are into it. If I'm being honest,
No,
like,
you
a
be
lot of straight
surprised.
dudes are into it.
A lot of guys like they either like pegging or getting
Prostate
pegged,
play.
or they like
Yeah,
the ass ate.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
they
That's
do.
I'm not a lot of dudes. I'm hot shot.
My ex liked it, but I wasn't with it.
I
I
have
just
seen
think
a lot
dudes
of
have dirty
pornos with
asses. I
guys getting
couldn't dare put my face down there. Hell no.
I'm just saying, I have seen a lot of pornos with these guys getting their ass eat, and I was just like, well, that's different.
You're a freaky freak.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just think that it's guys got
I would take
dirty
it.
asses, man. Y'all got hair, yeah. That's a lot.
What type of asses
Get
you dealing
through.
with over there, Sush?
I got
Hell no.
I got a comment. I had one motherfucker straight man say that he didn't want to spread his cheeks apart when he
What?
Oh no.
because he
Pause.
What?
was gay. I'm like, well, how you clean your ass?
Right.
Right.
How the fuck he wash his butt?
That's not
He got
masculinity. That's stupidity.
gross.
Oh, he got
Men
some
are
issues
weird.
No.
going on.
No.
Cause
I
you
wasn't
gotta spread them
ready.
cheeks to get inside. You gotta do it.
Yeah, you gotta sanitize.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Clearly.
That's really deep though. That he's like he don't want to. How? I bet his booty smell like.
Yeah, that's some weird. That's deep homophobia. I can't even spread my ass cheeks. My
Yeah, how you
own
supposed to
ass
wipe your
cheeks.
butt and stuff? That's deep.
Yeah.
That is real deep. Did you look at him like, what the hell? I know you did.
I
Be
listened
like,
to
I
it.
thought I smelled something.
It was Nick Cannon. Hot
What?
girl. No. It was hot girl. She's a handicapped rapper. Like she's
Mm-hmm.
from
Okay.
and she's from Station Head. She has a show. She's like really good. And she was on a Nick Cannon show, and it was
Mm-hmm.
Nick Cannon and some other guy. And Nick said he don't even spread his butt cheeks to doo doo or some shit.
Nick get on my
Uh,
damn nerves. He
Yeah,
always saying some stupid shit, and I know
Yeah, I do
I'm
not
waiting
like
for
Nick
him to say
Cannon.
he with it.
Oh,
That mean he got a
Wait,
stanky ass crack.
what
Didn't
about you?
the guy from That's So Raven say that Nick Cannon did something to him?
Oh, Orlando Brown.
He did?
Yeah,
I ain't hear that one. He said a lot of fuck shit.
he said it. He said it. So
But he's not. You can't really take his stuff seriously because he said a lot of things that
but
I just don't believe. I believe that he had sex with Raven, but I for sure don't believe.
things are it with truth.
He said he had sex with Raven.
Yeah, I believe that, but I don't
He
believe that she
did.
had an abortion and all that mess. He be taking it too far. I think they were dating at one point.
I think they was, but mm-hmm.
They be trying to make it seem like Raven is above the hood shit. Like, no,
Facts,
I
Steve.
can see you
Facts,
dating
Devon.
him.
Yeah,
he
she was from
was a
the
cute
hood.
little boy. Hmm.
Yeah,
But
he was.
Nick Cannon looked like he tried it. Like I think he just said anything to make it to downplay
Yeah,
whoever did it.
as
Because
they always do.
yeah, like come on now.
I think a lot. I think a lot of people like queerness, like gayness, but are just really ashamed to like just admit it,
living a
you know.
truth.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
or live in their truth, or just admit that you could be a straight dude and be like, yeah, sometimes I watch gay porn, like whatever, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people like queerness, but don't want to get the harsh label of just like gay, you know, like whatever.
Which I hate because sexuality is fluid and it's no
Yeah.
need to try to put a label on every fucking thing. You don't have
Yes,
to.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Or to just like limit yourself. Like I label like all I say I'm like a lesbian, but I am on the search for a dude I can peg. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like I'm just
Hashtag.
And
not
then
gonna
I
try and
try to
fuck him
flip it
like
on it
that.
and say, okay, you peg this dude, and then he want fuck. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna say no, that was not in the contract.
Let me say this to y'all. What the next woman won't do, the transsexual woman will.
You know,
Facts.
I like trans women. I like trans men. I like I'll deal with a straight guy if he lets me peg him. I like gay men, like I like bi men. I love women. You know,
Wait,
it's
but
just
you
like
said you was a lesbian. What the fuck going on in this mother?
I'm saying I mean I'm a lesbian, but I like trans I think I just like
She like
queerness.
queerness.
I like queerness.
Oh, okay,
I like I don't want to say like taboo, but I like the expression of sexuality other than just straight.
okay.
I admire it. I love it. Like I just think it's a beautiful thing, you know. So that's what turns me on. Like that's what I don't know. Like
Yeah,
I
like
just like it.
I don't know why a lot of this is very true, and a lot of straight women won't admit it. A lot of straight women watch gay porn, and when I say gay
I know
porn, I'm
I
not
do.
talking about lesbian. I'm talking about gay porn
I
for
Hmm.
watch
men.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of the people
it.
don't and like to admit it, and it's like it's fucking porn. Why would you want to watch vanilla porn? Why?
Vanilla.
Yeah. You're supposed to watch porn that's like stuff you couldn't never
It's
ever
a
do.
fantasy.
It's a fantasy. Oh my god, he said I'm a fag hag.
Oh,
I'm not.
I
If
could
I
not.
watching gay porn. I watch it a time or two.
Yeah, me
I
too.
even watch trans porn
Me too.
Yeah,
because
I
I'm
do too.
Same.
interested.
That's my favorite, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love trans porn.
Sometime trans with a man, trans with a lady. Hey.
y'all is
Yep.
freaky.
No,
Yeah.
I ain't mad at
no,
it.
Rich,
I'm
I
just,
promise you, if you was to come in this Discord that me and Fairy is in, you would lose your shit. We be going off
Yeah,
up
in
in
the
there.
after dark section, we post all our favorite porn.
where?
Yup,
It's mostly gay porn.
it's mostly gay. It's we be going off up in there.
What's wrong with y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all is freaky. I'm like reserved freaky. Like I be like peeking behind the closed doors. When the motherfucker bring it up in
I have
public,
a
I'm
question
like,
for you, Rich.
that is nasty.
I have a question for you.
On it all.
Do you,
I be like,
when
my mother listening.
I'm just saying, I'll be in here watching. I'm right on Pornhub, like, oh,
What
Oh,
question you had, Fairy? You just said you had a question.
yeah, I have a question
oh,
for you, Rich. Okay,
oh yeah,
so in a lot of gay porn I have been watching, dudes call their assholes pussies.
yeah.
They call their ass pussies. Like, yeah, give me that pussy. And I was
This
trying
started
to
a
like
whole topic in Discord. It was a whole thread about this.
yeah, and I'm trying to I think it goes back to the whole like gay men get fucked. Like if you're a man, that means you're a woman, therefore asshole equals pussy, you know, type thing, and like the whole straight appeal. But what do you think? Does that turn you on? Do you call your ass a pussy when it's getting fucked, or like when you fuck, or like what?
I'm not into that. I don't. I have before, but I don't really have anal sex. It hurts, so I don't. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why not just call it a bussy though? Why call it a pussy?
they call it both. They use all terms. Some say ass, some say bussy, some say pussy. They call it everything.
Yeah, I'll just be like, fuck this hole. I wouldn't
And the
be
hold
like
up, the funny thing is
Hotshot
the
needs to leave me
porn
alone.
that
Why is
she used
he's
to
picking on me?
reiterate why what's up with this. Like it wasn't she just put it in there. She used porn to demonstrate boy was getting his ass bust. I was just like, fair.
Oh,
Fairy is with it. If you want to get some shocking shit, Fairy
It's not shocking. It's just human nature.
is.
It's not. Listen, like I said, everybody fucking.
Yeah.
No, when I say
gay-
shocking, I mean like Fairy is the
Gay-
quick. Like she like me when it comes to like jumping on the sex topic real quick. That's why she is my sister.
Somebody put on a some type of lubricant on their fist and stick it on somebody's ass.
I've seen
That's
it before.
intense.
I've seen it.
That is.
I
It
don't
doesn't
get
turn
it
me
though. I'm
on.
just like that's a lot.
That's
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a
I'm
lot.
not. I can't watch fisting. I can't watch the two girls, one cup.
no.
Mm-mm.
I can't.
Hell
I
no.
don't entertain. I don't. I'm not a top. I will bottom. It's very risky. And
I have a question
Yeah,
for
it
you.
is.
yeah.
Because
Damn, Blake is the
my
freak.
uncle.
Stop talking about me. Talk about Blake.
Oh,
Hot shot.
I don't want to ask my uncle. I have never asked him that because I just kind of felt he's an elder, so I don't.
And he your uncle. You ain't want to cross that line.
Define top and bottom.
Top giver, bottom receiver.
Girl, you need him to explain that shit.
Wait, what?
Top is the giver. Top is your man, and you the bottom.
Okay. What do you mean I need it? I don't want to
Or
listen.
verse.
And
Because
fairy is
verse.
first.
And then you got verse.
That's fairy. Reverse.
Versus hell.
Yeah.
Versus hell.
I personally am a more of a foreplay oral kind of person. I don't like
Ooh.
ride the whole. Well, I'm kind of mad. I'm talking to y'all. I tried the whole anal thing. I can't get it. Hurts. And everybody say, "Well, you gotta relax." I was relaxed. It
Some
hurts.
dicks are just
I
big.
think I like
How
it, and
big
I'm a
was the
woman.
penis?
I like anal sex. I love it.
I don't like it. My eyebrows start burning. And
Not your eyebrow.
Y'all can have that. Y'all can have that. I don't care.
He said my eyebrow.
I'm just saying that should be hurting. And your legs start dumping and stuff, and you like, take it out. He
Yeah,
like, it's dead. I be like,
yeah, my motherfucking knees buckled. I got the fuck up out of there.
yeah.
Oh my
And then
God.
I have this whole
Abort mission.
I have this whole ideology. Like, if you keep letting that, like, you let somebody fuck your ass constantly, how do your fart sound? Do it sound hollow?
Oh,
It's like
No,
a
it's
echo
a
chamber.
muffle. It
I
makes it
don't. Like, I want a right fart. I don't want no who. Like, what was that?
Oh, y'all
crazy.
crazy.
I don't want to have my booty hole sound like when I can't sneak a fart no
Your
more.
booty hole be whistling.
Yeah, be like who? Like, no, I want it to be nice.
What about you, Hot
oh
Shot?
my God.
Do you like your girlfriends to do anal? Do you like to fuck
Well, it
asses?
depends. You gotta caress the booty. You can't go. You know what I'm saying? You can't go hard on that shit. You can't go bully.
Right.
Diving in there.
You gotta make sure you're doing the right thing.
Of course.
I mean,
You need lube. You need all the tools, of course.
Yeah, but the person that you get with can't be scared. All that being scared stuff make it worse. Because
don't be sorry, little mama.
It's not about being scared. It's just
it is. I'm gonna tell you why. My girlfriend,
it's like,
my homegirl, she claiming she like anal, but she only want to do it when she inebriated. And I'm like, bitch, you don't like it. Why you gotta be drunk or high?
Give me that junk check. Stop playing.
Because your asshole is dumb.
Because then how you gonna enjoy it if you can't feel it? That's stupid.
Junk sex is good as fuck.
Trust me.
Yeah, drunk sex is like really
still
fun. I think I can
Yeah,
get the nastiest when I have drunk sex.
Stop playing with me.
Drunk sessions are horrible. Every time I had sex when I was drunk, it was terrible. Y'all
As long as you
crazy.
remember the next day, you
I
good.
don't know about you. Drunk sex.
Remind me
Drunk
good.
sex
I'd be
is
like,
fun.
damn, I did that. I didn't know it's that
It's
You was
difference
on
between
Spider-Man
tipsy
mode,
sex
baby.
and drunk
Right.
sex. Drunk sex is
Why
terrible.
the couch
It's
upside
not
down?
terrible.
It's
Drunk-
not terrible at all.
Not tipsy, but drunk.
Mm.
I know what you mean, though. It get crazy on drug sex. It get wild.
Yeah.
No, it don't.
I can't even come. That shit is bad.
You're drunk.
Oh no.
y'all
Yeah,
be
then it's not for
whole
you.
What you say, Rich?
Motherfuckers be drunk. I maybe tipsy or like on my way to drunk, but not. And I can't even do that because I like to be in control of what the fuck going on.
Mm.
because I don't want nobody to slip up. I don't know where the fuck you been.
I don't want nobody to slip.
Walk around, wake up, bitch, burning. I can't.
Right.
That is so true.
Yeah, you got to remember what you're sticking it into, though. That's a fact.
Not
Yeah,
sticking
because
Not sticking it in.
half of y'all guys, y'all get too excited. Y'all want to go poking wrong holes and shit
And
and fuck up the whole move, the whole aura over. Now you like, my booty
nah,
hole.
you can't fuck the roast beef now. Stop playing, man.
Nah, if your dude won't even try you like that while you drunk, because a lot of stuff can go wrong. A whole lot of stuff can go
You
wrong.
talking about this
Have,
shit?
yes, if you not prepared, 'cause you
Right.
fuck around and have a bowel movement on his ass, and then now y'all both sitting there shitty.
Good for his ass.
Oh,
I had that shit happen to me before too, and I ain't say sorry either because I told your ass to slow down, and you didn't listen, and now these the consequences. Live with it. And I ain't give him no towel. I sent him on his dirty ass.
You just have to
Way.
I
sit there
wouldn't want to
shitty.
clean up that.
Yes, I sent him home shitty. Yes, I did. I sent him home. He wasn't coming. Where was he going to go? I was like 17 or some shit like that. He wasn't going to go in my mama's bathroom and go wash off his dick so nigga take care of it some other kind of way.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
who did that? Who did that? Who
I
that
was
is?
like, what? That's me. That's me. I'm very open about my sexuality, but I'm not.
Yeah, I
If
am too.
what I'm doing or whatever, I have to enjoy it, and I gotta be in the mood for it.
That's right. Because we
It
all
don't
be waiting
matter.
one day, wishing that we would have did everything. I need to be more sexually open too.
It's a beautiful thing. You should.
I can't.
It's so liberating because you can't get offended by nothing.
I
Nothing
mean, it's good
shocks
to have a freedom of speech.
you.
I find that it's easier when you have I mean, you don't have to necessarily be in a relationship, but if you have maybe like a friend with benefits that you can like continue to experiment with, yeah, the things that you might necessarily feel uncomfortable, like some people like being blindfolded, but like you can't try that with someone you just met.
Everybody.
Yeah, or someone you just met off a
Some
fucking
people like to be
like an
fucked with a
app or
gun.
something.
Yeah,
So
you right about
I
that.
know for me, I really got to like, butterfly in my sexuality when I had someone that I can like. We're not dating, but like that's who I play with, whatever. And I could, it's fun to be on Pornhub and be like, damn, I'm gonna try that. You want to try this and send it to someone and then be like, yep, let me get the tools and like, you can try it or whatever.
Hold up, off topic though. Fairy got this funny ass story about her ex that stole her cat.
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
Not
not my
not the kitty
Malfoy.
cat story.
Yeah.
She stole the girl.
My ex did steal my cat.
So your cat,
My
what
black
type of
kitty.
cat?
Yeah.
My ex stole my cat. Basically,
What type of cat though?
it's a black cat. His name is Malfoy. He's a Slytherin.
Oh, okay. Cause I was
Yeah,
about to
she's a
say,
nerd.
Yeah. Basically my ex stole my cat. Like we had lived together for like 3 years. We had been together for like 4, and we ended up like breaking up, and I was about to go out of the country. And so she was like, okay, well, I'll keep the cat. So she kept the cat while I was gone, but she would always constantly ask me to like send money. And cats are not that expensive,
They
but
really
she would
ain't.
be asking for like $50 and shit. And I would be sending her like 15 because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like $15 isn't enough to feed a cat or whatever. So basically I would ask her for like updates while I was, gone. I would ask her for updates, like how's Malfoy, send me pictures of him, what's he doing. And she had got engaged to this girl. Like, mind you, I was only gone for like 2 months.
Oh
Like we
girl,
broke up and she
trifling.
got engaged. Yeah, and moved in with someone. And so I guess she
The
had told
seed.
this person that we had not been in communication, like me and her. She had told her now fiance that basically we're not in communication. So when I would be asking to see Malfoy when I would come back to Chicago, she would always make up excuses like, I gotta wait till my girlfriend's at work or whatever. Like we could never connect. Like it was always something. And I'm like, why can't we just do it when she's there? Like, what's the big deal? Like, why are you hiding? I don't get it. What's happening? And basically what happened is, yeah, she was basically lying to her girlfriend saying we're not talking anymore. So when I finally when she was still asking for money and I'm like, no, like let me see my fucking cat, because I had saved up money to take him to the vet and like do adulty cat things, whatever. Like I was gonna get him new toys and everything. And she basically like wouldn't let me see him. And
It's
she
not you
ended
talking
up
about a
like,
baby.
right. Right, she won't let me see my son. um but yeah, she wouldn't let me see him, and she ended up like talking about me on Facebook to one of her friends, and I don't have a Facebook, so someone ended up telling me, and it was this whole big drama. And basically, she basically said like the cat is mine, like whatever. And so I have not been able to see my cat, and it's almost been, I would say, maybe 7 months.
This
So yeah,
girl,
she
poor
stole my
kitty.
cat. Yeah,
Mouse boy.
I reported him stolen so that if they go to the vet and they tag him, um, I'll get an alert. But she's not gonna take him to the vet. I'm just like really annoyed, and I don't know
You
where
better
she
go get your
lives.
goddamn cat.
I don't
Go
know where she
save your
lives.
pussy.
Right. I don't know where she lives. Like, I don't know anything. I don't know, like, because I was gone. I wasn't even in town. So I couldn't even, stop, like, get someone to see where she's going or have, like, a face to face conversation. Like, she just straight up was like, no, I'm about to get married and I'm keeping the cat.
I think she just kept the cat out of spite too. I don't think it had nothing to do with nothing
Yeah. She
else.
said, I can't, she said, I have to get over you because I'm about to get married. So we need to so I don't want to have to like keep in contact with you. And I said, okay, fine, give me the cat. And then she like never gave me the cat.
Cat thief.
Yeah, she's a fucking cat thief.
How somebody steal somebody pet? This is crazy.
I
Yeah.
have that problem. I still got my old ass dog.
Oh.
She old as fuck. I'm trying not to get another animal, but I do
Girl, you
want
don't
to.
need no animals. You got your kitties.
Of course, there's a whole fucking zoo in this bitch. But no, I
Oh, you
said
got cats too?
when the kids go, I guess when the last one go off to college, I'm gonna get me a cat named
That'd be
Poochie.
cute.
not not Poochie.
What
Yes,
Yeah.
color?
my cat gonna be named Poochie,
What's
and
the
I'm gonna
color?
dress her up.
And I'm gonna fight you. That's what's
You
gonna
know, I'm
happen.
gonna have me a
I'm
fat
gonna
ass
fight you. I'm
cat.
like, Juicy, why are you doing this to this damn cat? He hot. You got him in all these goddamn
No,
clothes
me
and
and my
shit.
cat gonna wear matching outfits. We gonna have pictures of us
Lord.
all over the wall.
Aw.
Hell
You
no.
better hope you get a nice cat, a cooperative kitty.
Ain't no
I
cat
want
need no clothes.
I want a
Yeah, my
tabby
cat needed
cat. They are
clothes.
so cute. I want a nice little fat tabby
Oh.
cat. They're gonna be
She
eating
need to get
nachos
a
with ice
hairless
cream.
cat. Then if she want to put clothes on them, because you don't even be putting no clothes on no
I
cat with
don't know. I
fur.
don't even got them hairless cat. You see how the motherfuckers look? They look ugly.
They
Them
don't have no, you. They not. They hypoallergenic though.
That's fine. I listen. My dog got hair, but I shaved her ass down. Now she look young. She got a
Y'all,
whole haircut. You can't tell. You can't even tell what she is now because I shaved all her hair off. Because I'm like, it's hot. It's about to be
Oh,
summer.
are you allergic?
No, I'm not allergic to nothing.
Oh, okay.
My kids are. No, they don't. They not.
Oh.
They're allergic to like food. They got food allergies. But
I'm allergic to bullshit.
Oh God.
that shot.
I
Tommy,
try. How come every
what
time
you doing? He be
y'all,
popping
Yo,
up.
Rich, you better watch yourself in that comment section, Rich. I
I'm
see
tired
you.
of the conversation. I'm about to go, y'all. I
Yeah,
love
me
y'all.
too, yo.
Where the hell you
Yes,
Bye. It
going?
was
thank you
nice
so
to meet
much.
Alright.
you.
I
I
love you
enjoyed
too,
you.
Gotta
man.
do
Thank
another
you.
show too with somebody that we don't like because we all like each other.
I
What?
know.
Right.
Somebody here that we don't get
Word up.
along with.
Nah, but we gotta bring this panel
Let's
up
see if we can
again.
get Jeffree Star on the line. Hold on, let
Oh,
me
I would roast his
Oh
motherfucking
no.
ass. Bye, y'all. Thank you.
Yes,
Yo, good
Bye.
looks, y'all, man. Thanks for
love
coming.
you.
Thanks for having me.
All right, later, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay for like 5 minutes.
I'm
Okay.
still here. Rich said he's leaving.
Yeah.
I
But
wish you was into the YouTube drama girl because I wanted to go off on that Jeffree Star shit.
oh, I'm gonna make another live. I'm not finished. I'm
I
gonna make
was about to
another
Oh,
say
live.
I was getting ready to say we
we
need to
need to
talk
do this
about
live
that.
again. Like I want to have you on my platform too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
Yeah.
we like Miss T was looking for a solution for us to figure out how we can work with our sisters and our brothers to find a medium where they is nobody attacking each other for the sexual preference. But
that's why I agree with Rich said. We need to find somebody. We need to try to enlighten somebody. You know
Right,
what I'm
right.
saying?
yeah,
Because
That's
it's
so
Different
easy
true.
perspective.
to bring awareness to somebody who's already open to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Mhm.
Right.
learn new stuff every day, but that doesn't mean I'm opposed to it. It's just I didn't know. Like, you know what I'm
I'm sure we enlightened somebody or a few people
I
in the
hope
chat
we I
today.
hope we did enlighten someone.
But we could always like take somebody because people is quick to judge and shit, and some people just don't understand it or they don't got no kind of educational background when it comes to these topics. So it's up to people like us that are open minded and do see it from all aspects to educate them on it. You feel me? Like,
Get my mama on here.
Not because I hope that our conversation reached someone and gave them a different outlook on how we feel, and just because we like each other, our opinions are not the same,
Mm-mm.
Right.
and that's why But you already know that, Devon. We over here, we agree to disagree.
Oh yeah, me and Juicy rarely come to the same conclusion on shit. My outlook on a lot of things be totally different than Juicy. Like the whole Doja Cat thing, I
that should make
went
it better.
off. I went off.
We both was sitting there going back and forth about the Doja Cat, and I was like, I can't stand it. But the thing
I
is,
can't stand
like,
a Doja Cat, man.
You
it's
don't like her?
Ooh, don't even go down that path. It's
You
not.
don't
It's
like
not.
her
It's
hot
not
chocolate?
that I can read you. I really can read you. It's not like. It's not. You know how some people be like stands and they don't know. I know. That's why I like the discussion was kind of like because it wasn't like I was coming from a place of ignorance or anything like that. I was really coming from like a place of somebody who followed Doja beyond the fact of her getting popular during Juicy. You know what I'm saying? So it was a different outlook.
Bro.
I can read you because I had Juicy in here thinking like, who?
So what's your stance on it? Like what you think about it?
What the whole thing with Doja Cat?
Yeah.
I mean, far as her apology go and all that stuff, I felt as though she did. I didn't see her nothing wrong with the way she addressed the apology. I felt as though it was genuine, and I don't feel like she needed to explain certain things about her life because it ain't none of nobody fucking business who she fucking. And if she want to fuck a white man, so what? She's mixed. She
I
don't
agree with
like
that.
no loyalty. And all these black men and stuff was coming at her because they want to fuck her, and she don't want to fuck them. And that's what that was about. As far as her being in Tiny Chat, she addressed it and then she apologized for it. I'm like, what do y'all want? Y'all want her to be in tears? Like she ain't doing it no more. So that's all that matters.
I
Like,
just feel like she only addressed it because people called her out on it. I don't feel like it was because
but
it came out.
why would you not? Why
Yeah.
would you address it if nobody is saying anything wrong
I
about it?
mean, if you genuinely felt bad about it, you would bring it up for anybody else do. You would say, "Listen, I did this in the past. I'm sorry if it does come up." And you explain it before people actually start throwing it in your face, and then now you're using it as a way to combat yourself from an apology or just to gain stardom because you got a hit record with Nicki. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the last video,
Ew, she worked with Nicki Minaj.
She did that one song, but she also made a song with Ari Lennox. I feel like Doja didn't have
Ew,
to.
gross.
Far as I'm concerned, see, this is the thing. When it comes to certain things, you can't put biracial women in a black woman's lane. They are not black. They are biracial. They in their own stance and they in their own lane. And so with certain things they're going to do, may say that we are not going to agree with. And you got to remember, this woman does
yeah,
not
but you
have
can't
any
say that
positive
about every
outlook of a black
biracial woman.
woman.
That's true to
I
a
mean, a
certain.
black man, I meant to say.
Yeah, you can't say that about every biracial person because some will do what you just said, and then there's some that will stick to the facts regardless of them being biracial. They're gonna stick to
Yeah.
the truth. So that's true to a certain extent. Like it just goes back to the whole gay subject and the whole lesbian shit. It's like you can't say every black woman is a homophobic, or you can't say like every black man want to sleep with a black woman's man. It just goes back to across the board being fair. You know what I'm saying? All fairness. I feel like yeah, what you said is true in a wholesome way. but it's not in every case. Like they are, you know what I'm saying? Like there are people that feel like Doja Cat is black, even though she's biracial. She could speak on the black issues, and
But
she
they
might
can
be the
feel
same way.
that way, but she, as her own self, she's biracial. She considers herself a biracial woman. You know what I'm saying? Her dad didn't want to have shit to do with her until she got money. That's what I'm saying. Like it's
That's true.
her
That's true.
her outlook on
I agree
life
on that.
and the whole entirety of it is totally different than any, because you got to think Doja also battled with a lot of other stuff. She's a light-skinned biracial woman, but she got quote unquote 4C hair. Now most biracial women tend to be with the loose curly Puerto Rican type hair, and she don't have that. She got true black hair. You know what
I
I'm
just
saying?
feel
And
like, this is how I feel. I don't feel like it's about being biracial. I feel more like it's about your struggle. You could be biracial, but if you ain't never been through the black or minority struggle, you can't really speak on it. If you've been raised with a silver spoon in your mouth and you've been raised in a white way, you can't really identify with a black struggle. So there's people
mhm,
there's people that ain't even biracial and could identify more with the black struggle than a biracial person because they was born and raised in the hood and they know
right.
what it is to be oppressed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't
And
take it
that's
as
why I said Doja should not be held accountable for certain things, far as like from a black woman standpoint, because she is not black. She's biracial. It's It's different. It's not black. It's not the
I
same. She
feel
has
she's
black
black. She
in her.
just don't identify with her black side as much as she do with her white side. That's how I feel.
That's not by her. That's not by
That's the way she
her
was
fault.
raised.
It's because that's her mama
Right.
didn't
That's the way
teach
she was
her.
raised. Exactly. Her
You know
mama
what
ain't
I'm
let her come
saying?
around her father as much as she should have, or
It's
vice
not.
versa.
It wasn't her fault. I mean, her daddy ain't
Or
want
her
to be
dad didn't want to
around.
be around. Right. Either way, it was that was the cause of her not being in touch with her black side as much as she should
That
have.
but that don't necessarily adequate, because I'm gonna just give you a scenario.
Okay.
I'm not born in the West Indies, but my family is.
Right.
Mhm.
So I can't say, oh, I'm Jamaican, or I'm this, I'm that, but the culture was still there.
Exactly.
So you can't tell me no otherwise. So you gotta kind of the blame on the parents.
Right.
Just because her father wasn't in her life doesn't mean that she don't need to know the black experience. Just like excuse me,
She can
um,
get educated.
you could
Right.
still you could still keep your children being in tune. And because her mother is Caucasian, all she's gonna know is her mother's side. And that's the problem with a lot of with some black men who have children. You
Mhm.
can't you have to also understand that just because you leaving your child to be raised by the mother, you also leaving your legacy.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you want your children to be in tune with your side and your morals, your culture, just as well as the mother side. So I think this is another conversation we should have to get in depth with that, because like I said, it's a whole umbrella of things that we as people have to unpack.
What happened?
Yes. What do you mean? What happened?
Oh. Okay.
Oh no, he was there. Ferry phone died.
That what she said. Her phone died.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat. So that's what I'm saying. Like, for instance, my children, my two oldest children, their father's Jamaican. My youngest daughter, her father's Puerto Rican, right?
Mhm.
And being that how I was raised, they're gonna get both sides. And I always make them embrace their culture.
Right.
Like, as a black African American person, we don't know what our culture is, because
Stolen.
we were stolen and kidnapped.
Right.
So we will never be able to be in tune with our culture. That's why I say, Even though we're learning our
But see, Doja is beyond black. Her dad is African. You know
that's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying.
And it's like for him to, this man is not just like no regular, regular schmegular schmo. He is a actor, a
Right.
well-paid actor,
Yeah,
and
he
a
famous in
successful
Africa.
actor. He's a
Mhm,
famous actor in Africa, and he also was in
mhm,
this movie that was quite famous in the States called
mhm.
Serafina. And he ain't want had nothing to do with his daughter till he started hearing her name in the press. And now he wonder
Yeah,
why
that's
she don't
true.
really want to have nothing to do with him. Like, bruh, you showing me your true colors.
Right,
Mhm.
that's
Like,
true.
could
That's
you
true.
imagine being biracial and the only support that you got was from your white family?
That's
But
all
Hey,
you gonna know. That's
but
all you gonna know. And
yeah,
this
but
is what
but
I'm
that,
that
saying. It's
but
not that
that's
she purposely wants to be more leaning more towards the white side.
it's
Is
what
that that's
it's
all she knows.
that's all
that's
she
what she
know.
knows.
And that's
But
what I used to
also,
get mad with people when they would say stuff like, oh, Doja, she's denouncing her blackness, and she don't know it. Like,
Right. She don't know it.
she
She don't
don't
know
but
it.
know it.
but isn't that the
That
parents?
is her responsibility to
It's
learn,
the
though.
parents' fault. Yeah, it's the parents' fault though.
But the
It
only
goes
It's
back
the
to what you were
parents'
saying
fault,
earlier.
but Doja as a grown woman, it's her responsibility to
yes,
learn.
Right. Because even
yes,
as a child, it's like what Miss Juicy was saying, her daughter's biracial. So as a child, you want to learn if you know you biracial, you know half your family is this, half your family is that. If you really want to learn, you will learn as a child. You know what I'm saying? What is my other half about? What's the culture
exactly.
about?
Hmm.
Let me ask my mom. Let me get go online and seek information. So it depends on you. But then again, I feel like what you identify as should not be dismissed as well. Like if you have a certain half of something and you identify with that half, there's people that's biracial that just identify with black, but they black and white, or they black and Spanish, or they black and Chinese, but they just
Hmm.
identify with black because that's
Because
all they
that's all
know.
they know.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You feel
But
me?
also too,
So
just like the same sense as, for instance, you have an adopted kid, right?
Ooh, go
And
off.
an adopted kid finds out they're adopted. Don't the adopted child go and try to find out who they are because now they feel that they have a missing link? It should be the same thing applies for her.
Hmm. Hmm.
Cause like, yeah, like if we gonna get in the thick of things, we gotta. It's like I'm gonna keep saying we are going to be the umbrella unpackers. That's what you call ourselves, the umbrella unpackers.
I really, really, really want to talk about this Jeffree Star shit. Like, I
I
really,
am.
really,
I
really.
am. Yeah.
I got to
Cat,
get
we
informed on
coming
that a
back
little more.
for
I
the
don't even
late
know what's
night
going on.
shift to talk about this Jeffree Star because I got clips.
Oh
I got
shit!
videos.
No, like this shit need to be talked about. And I'm
Yeah,
so
hold on,
disgusted with the
y'all,
black community as a whole
make
I'm
a
going to
with
be
shit.
learning as I go because y'all don't know nothing about that story. But I'll definitely try to tune in when y'all get back with it. Sis, I appreciate you having me on here. Yo, D Divine One, man. I appreciate you, baby. It's been such a pleasure talking to both y'all queens and a
You
brother,
yeah,
too.
Rich Lomax. Y'all brought up some real good points in life, period. And whoever they ain't watch this shit ain't learn from it. But if we could teach one, each one teach one, why not? Like, you know what I'm saying? This shit gonna go viral. If I could post it and share it on my shit, I'm gonna do so too. So I appreciate y'all once again. Listen, I'm gonna stick around. You already know how to do shit. So I got your back.
yeah. You already know. So yeah, you and Rich and our newcomer Ferry. We welcome
Yes.
Word, yeah, Ferry, by the way, popping
welcome
I
too.
told her, she said
Ferry.
she down to talk some more when
Ferry
she
popping.
for
I know you
Pancake
gotta charge your phone.
podcast. Yeah, I wanted to bring her on. I learned as getting to know her because I met her through we met through a mutual YouTuber, and
Mm,
she's so articulate and intelligent, and she has so many different points of views, and she's not, how as she's seen different walks of life and culture, and she's really young, but she's experienced in a lot of things. She traveled the world. I can't say I've done that, like, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
she got different outlooks on stuff.
yeah,
I always appreciate an open mind, man.
that's a fact. And y'all know I'm all for us building each other up.
And she a black woman, can't
Yeah,
go
Right.
wrong with
I
She a
that.
black queen. She a black
I'm
queen,
for
baby.
the building each other up because these conversations I love to have. I don't want to continue talking about celebrities because they're not making any of our environment better.
Mm-hmm.
They're not doing nothing really for us. But
That's a
we,
fact.
as content creators, we have a
The
open
power.
forum.
We got the power, and we got more of an engagement
Exactly.
and more of
With
an
your
influence with our
community.
audience, because celebrities just perform. They don't really engage as much with their audience and tell them about life the way we telling them. You feel me? So
Mhm.
we have more of an influence on our audience, and the celebrities, believe it or not, even though they got bigger platforms.
Exactly. And if my voice could reach out to one person, I'm happy because I'm able to reach out to someone and possibly change their views, their life, or whatever it is that they take from what I'm saying. And that's what I want. That's what I aspire to be. Someone who have a voice that's promoting
Have it.
positivity, that's promoting
Have some.
unified and embracing my sisters, my brothers, the children, everyone. And so
Amen.
they could just be like, you know what? Okay, I like this person because they're authentic and they being unapologetically them. And that's what we need to aspire for everybody. That's why I I I I I draw a lot from y'all. Me and Divine, I met Divine, which is so crazy because we're nerds. I'm gonna say that, but we're gamers.
Black Summers unite.
That's right, black simmers. Like I have my I play Sims and
I'm the tech guru in her life. We gonna say
yes,
that.
yeah. So what's so crazy is we was dealing with inclusion, not being included on a video game, and we made it our own shit. And I found Divine through Twitch, and I was kind of like, I don't know if I should speak, but I started speaking to her through Twitch, and we wound up building a friendship.
Yeah,
And
she thought I think Juicy had a point. So sometimes when you see YouTubers and stuff and Twitchers, you think they're untouchable. And she probably didn't think that I would be open to a friendship with her. So she was kind of reluctant. But I reached out to her because I already knew what was going on in her head.
yeah, because I was like, I'm just gonna say hi. That's it. But she embraced me. I embraced her back. That's my boo right there. You know, and I have met other great black simmers, and soon I'll have I have a channel, but I didn't start it. But I'm gonna do that for more black simmers to come and float over there. But um
Thank you.
I want people to know that we're not just one show ponies. We are gamers. We are blurs, which is black nerds. Because yes, I
Yes.
comic books. I'm into
Yes.
comic books. I'm into
You
I'm
did.
a teeny weeny
Don't get
weeny.
me wrong. I got a little bit of a nerd side to me, so yeah, I'm with all that
I
shit.
doubt you as big as nerd. I'm probably the biggest nerd on here. Me and Fairy, to be honest, because me and Fairy are into Harry Potter, anime. I'm in
There you
anime a
go.
little bit. My
I'm
boyfriend
not
is
too
like
much
a
into the
big
anime, but
time
I'm
And
trying to. I'm
tell
trying
them
to.
in the chat, they getting hyped because we got some gamers in the chat.
Who we got? Who we got?
Blake, Blake, Binky. We got gamers, and it's like, come on,
Oh
like,
yeah,
What's
they gamers.
good?
Yeah, they gamers. They
so
said we.
y'all already know
I
what we
play stupid
getting.
on Xbox. See, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I fuck with the Xbox, the PS2, PS4, shit like that. But
I'm a
yeah,
computer
man.
nerd.
So
I'm
I
I
a
want
had
computer
this
nerd
to be a
now.
safe space for us. Like, we're not one shit ponies, y'all. Y'all know
Modern Warfare,
we
baby.
the nerd, we nerd gang up in here. That's why we able to have the intellectual conversations that
Word up.
we have, and we could tap into anything. And people be like, you. And I was reading the chat, even though I wasn't responding because I was listening to what y'all was saying on the panel.
Hmm.
But everybody had an opinion. But when someone else spoke, they was like, I didn't even see it that way. That's a
Right.
like. So I like that because that means that we
We
feed off
sparked
each
up.
other.
And we hearing each other. I know we be like,
We
laughing and
was
kikiing
provoking
and
thought.
making fun, but we be
Mhm.
listening to each other, and that's what's important. And it's always good to have a great positive conversation, especially with other Black people. It's always great.
Yes. And also too, I wanted to get at because I know that y'all was saying we needed to have someone that was on the panel that didn't agree.
Yep.
I don't think that the conversation would have been heard or met
Word.
if it was
Right. I agree too. That's what
I
I
agree.
think it
I
would have
agree.
been. It would have fell on deaf ears.
Yes,
Right.
it would have became a shit show. And
Right.
I always want when y'all are on my panel or even in my chat for everybody to be respected.
Right. I
Because
agree.
y'all taking time out of your day to be on my panel or on my channel or inside of the chat. Y'all don't have to be here. But y'all
Um,
came and y'all listened and y'all gave your opinions and we had a conversation. Now, if it was somebody with a a a a, a, oh Jesus, excuse me.
Homophobic spirit. You can go ahead and
Yes,
say it.
with how they came off, it wouldn't have went that way because that happened. And Amar had a similar panel just solely for gay men, and they was having conversation. Then what happened? Nika Knight came on, and it went left because her views wasn't quite the same, but she was already stuck in her ways. So
That's the way it is. It's really hard to get to. You can't do it
yeah,
overnight for sure, but it's hard to get. Especially older people.
love y'all. Yo, I'm sorry to cut you off. I love y'all, sis. Thanks for having me. D
Go ahead.
Divine. It
no
was a
problem. You
pleasure.
welcome.
I'll at me later, you
All
All right,
right.
cool.
All right,
Thanks.
later, yo.
Love you, bro.
Love you too, sis.
All right, boo. The
Hi, I'm a wait. Hold on. How did I get him out?
yeah.
Oh, he took himself out. But yeah, it wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been where people were listening to each other because, like I say, people tend to talk. The people talk, but they're not. They're talking, but not to. They're
They
talking.
trying to be heard. They don't want to listen to nobody else.
Yeah, some people have a conversation just to be talked and not heard. And some
Hmm.
people who sit there and listen but not take in what a person is saying. They just let a person talk so they could talk and not get a proper response that
Right.
they need. And
That's the whole thing about the whole heterosexual homophobic conversation. It's like you don't owe it to me to like what I do. You owe it to me to be a good person. And
yes,
that's the problem that I think tends to happen. It falls on deaf ears because nobody the homophobic people are not willing to listen. We're willing to explain and try to educate, but nobody wants to listen. That's the sad part. That's the really sad part. And it's like you can't you don't want to waste your breath on deaf ears. You just don't. So after a while you just get numb to it and you just be like you have a attitude with you when it comes to heterosexual people. Like it just
yeah,
happens.
that's what it seems like. And I'm happy that everybody came on and voiced their opinion and stuff. And even though we kind of laugh and giggled and stuff and kind of strayed away from some conversations, but what I hope people got from it is that right now at this time we are fighting a bigger fight, and it's not an individual thing right now. It's a everybody's thing,
Everybody thing.
and we need to be standing with each other more so standing against each other, because in order for you want outsiders to look at us and respect us, we have to respect each other. We have to respect each other.
Hmm.
And the same thing it goes like just like how you could be in the church and they want you to love God, but you can't love your fellow man or woman. You have to kind of look in those perspectives, and you gotta walk in those type of. You have to walk the walk that you're trying to talk, and you have to be more sensitive to people. You have to be more sensitive to people and look at it and always try to put yourself in those person's shoes. You got to put yourself in those people's shoes in order for you to grasp what you're doing. And a lot of people are not grasping on it. So we just need to do that. And I hope that people took away from that and kind of, where it's a segue for them to have bigger
We
conversations.
just need a bi guy. Then everything is equal. Because we got a straight
I
man, a
don't
straight
know.
woman. We got a straight man, a straight woman, and then we got a
Gay man,
gay
gay
girl,
woman.
a gay man and a gay woman. I'm the only bi girl. So if you
I
got
don't
another,
know any bi guys though.
I don't either. I wish I knew that dude that I was dating
I
because
didn't
I was sure
I
enough
didn't
invite
even know
him.
I didn't even know no gay girl. I couldn't even. I was like,
I
you.
had you though, because I was like, "Oh, she live," and I'm like, "Fair, you want to do a podcast?" She was like, "Sure." What we talk about?
And the thing is, though, we had spoke on the parents,
Mm-hmm.
and we spoke on the church. We our first hour and 45 minutes was about that, and it was I can say the live was great. We might have to have a part two because I know that the narrative is still being pushed on the platforms or other platforms, but I just want people to know that when you come over here, we respect everybody, we love everybody,
And
because
everybody will be heard.
yes, and even if there's something you not agreeing with, you already know. I can tell y'all this in the chat, and on the live. If there's something that you're not agreeing with or you want to give your point of view, always say, "Hey, Juicy, drop the link." Because we want to hear what you have to say. We want to hear your voices. We want to know what's your point of view. What is your thoughts on this?
And a discussion isn't a discussion if everybody is on the same accord. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's what makes things more entertaining because you got different points of views. You know what
Of
I'm saying?
course. Of course.
You can't have a discussion with yourself. That ain't
And
fun.
I
I
thank
mean,
you
you
so much,
can, but
Divine, for coming on, taking time out your day. Because I know that you be helping out Mod for
Narada.
for your friend. So I thank you for coming on, you and Ferry. I
No
thank
problem.
Asha for coming on. I thank Rich Lomax for coming on. And I thank all of y'all in the chat for coming and watching and giving your opinion. Cause y'all know I love all of y'all like cook food. And I want us to just get back to being able to love each other equally. And once we get on that type of mode, other things will start working. Other things will start working in our favor, and
That's the problem black people have. White people know how to unite. We need to know how to do the
they
same.
ain't had they ain't uniting right now, honey.
Not no more. And I know they showing up and uniting on YouTube because woo wee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fly Fly just had a birthday. Kayla, she's good. We had Bree in the chat. Bree was up here watching earlier. My girls, they still doing good. Go check on them. Drop some, go to their channels and give them some hearts and kisses and stuff. Let them know that what's going on. Why y'all not on YouTube? So y'all know those are my girls too. I love them dearly, and I love y'all. Y'all my YouTube family. As more as we grow, I hope we can have a meet and greet by next year. That would be so dope to meet a whole bunch of dope individuals.
Yeah, it'd be cute.
But yeah, we as people, we have to strive for better. We have to strive to be great, and also tell our brothers and sisters, come on now, we gotta do better. Let's do better.
Gotta make people stand in their shit. That's the thing.
Hmm. We do. I think I was gonna make a thumbnail for the late night shift, but fuck it, we just gonna go with it. I'm gonna end this live, and then I'm gonna start another live. Well, I'm gonna start the late night shift because we gotta talk about this Shane Dawson and the Jeffree Star mix. Divine, you got more intel about it. And also, I want to show y'all something that I came across something yesterday. I was going to, matter of fact, I think I probably leave it to Hot Shot because that's more of his forte. But I came across a picture of a certain someone who always claim, "Oh, I'm for the people. I'm this, I'm this, and that." But yet they use something derogatory in their caption, and you would think that this person would be more in tune with the atmosphere of what's going on right now, than to be using these certain language. Like, you can't be calling yourself a nigger and then posting a picture of it, and then no one is checking you on that. So I don't know. I'm gonna ask him to see if Hot Shot want to talk about it, because he's more in tune with getting at that person than I am. But I caught something, I didn't like it, and I just scrolled past, but I made a note of it. Because you can't talk about a celebrity calling people roaches and you can't get called out and you saying something way worse.
Is that my internet?
You know, that's just me. We gonna start another live, and we're gonna indulge in the higher echelon YouTubers, and we're gonna talk about it. And I have some videos that I have found, and we're gonna watch it. We might watch some Karens, because being that I got this. What is dog barking for? Because y'all know I got the Karens, so we could definitely. We could play that. Who's next? So y'all already know we got our Karen segment that we started.
Girl.
But yes. I'm gonna end this live, y'all. Y'all know y'all my hearts. I love y'all. Until next time. Peace, y'all. We'll be back in a minute. I'm just gonna set it up and then start it. But we'll be back later.